going on? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't have time for X and his bullshit, so I had to time his ass out. I always wanted to do that anyway. I always wanted to time somebody out, especially like X. What's up, official? What's going on? Durden, Shroom, salute. Mark on Rival, what's popping? So I know most of you guys watched the fight on Saturday. Dillian Whyte got his revenge. He knocks out Povetkin in 4 rounds, similar to the situation that happened with Lennox Lewis and Hasim Rahman, two Jamaican Brits who got knocked out in the 5th round in the first fight to come back and get a revenge stoppage in the 4th round. So a little recent history boxing right there. Lennox Lewis and Dillian Whyte have something in common. Yeah, Povetkin looked old. He looked old in that fight. I want to say he looked nervous going into the ring. I don't think he had that same energy he had for the first fight. Granted, he did get hit a lot in their first fight. He got dropped, I think, twice, but still, he was still in the fight. From the first round on, it looked like everything he got hit with was hurting him. And he didn't look like he was in that fight at all. Anyway, that fight is history. The question is, what is he going to do from here on out? Now, I've heard rumors, and I consider them that. They're rumors until you verify something. That's all it is. Even if it's a good source, you got to verify it yourself and then take it for what it's worth. But the rumor is the WBC is gonna make it mandatory that Wilder and Dillian Whyte fight for the mandatory spot, for the number 1 mandatory spot for the WBC. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see if that's if that's going to be the case. I would like to see that fight happen. I thought that it should have happened a long time ago. I thought that this fight should have taken place when Wilder was still the WBC champ. He was in that number 1 mandatory spot, something to that effect, right? He was ranked in the top 5 at least when Wilder was champion for the WBC. So if the fight's gonna happen now, I mean, cool. I'm with it. I'm with that fight happening now. I still think that Wilder would beat him. I think that Wilder could still beat him. Wilder did get beat up in the Wilder got beat up in the first fight. The second fight where he got knocked out by Fury. He got stopped. But Wilder was still trying to land that overhand right, and he almost did land it on. He actually did land it on Tyson Fury, but Fury rolled with it, so he took a lot of steam away from that punch. I don't think Dillian Whyte could do that. I don't think he could do that. He doesn't move his head. So I would still give Wilder the edge to beat him. I think Wilder could knock him out in 3 rounds. It's all about, his mental state. Does Wilder still have confidence in himself that he can beat a Dillian Whyte? Or is he crushed by, this fight? By his fight with Tyson Fury. What up, Johnny boy? made a meme with Tony Soprano walking down to pick up a dude saying Povetkin. I like this comment. Yep. Yep. He looked terrible, man. He did look terrible. He looked like there was something wrong with him for sure. But you still got to give Whyte credit, right? He was in there to win it. You know, I don't want to get too much into the conspiracies. I don't want to scare people off, but it just looked like Povetkin was defeated going into the ring. Maybe he felt he got lucky. That's probably what happened there. Gonzalo, ¿cómo está, amigo? All right, I'm gonna start dropping it. You know, there's a few people coming in, so I'm gonna drop the link so that you guys could jump on. All right, we could talk about this. Let's see this. Let's see. Ooh. Invite guests. Okay. Here we go. So I'm dropping the link so you guys can hop on. Mr. BDA. What's going on, Mr. BDA? Now, Mr. BDA, you be a good person when you come on this stream, all right? I'm not going to tolerate bad behavior, just to let you know. Mr. BDA has a great channel. He puts up with my my craziness, you know. Sometimes I go off topic when I'm on the BDA. Okay, I got a few people here. All right. That's a stream. That's a stream. That's a stream.
Yeah.
What's up, my niggas?
What's happening? I'll speak first because I was added first.
Okay. You was added first. Speak, sir.
Yeah. Yo, I won't fucking behave on here since you didn't tell me to. Fuck.
That's Mark, you know. You know how Mark gets down?
Mark,
what's going on, Mark?
Mark, you're toxic to the YTBC. You know that? You're toxic to the YTBC.
Yeah, bro, I love you and stuff, but like Punch Drunk was spitting facts, bro.
Oh, I missed Punch Drunk show. What happened?
Nah, Johnny knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. All right, Mr. BDA. Why am I so late? I mean, I told you, I'm a night person, man.
This is early
at night. This is early for me, yeah. This is like fucking, I'm not going to bed for another 5 hours.
It's super early for me. It's 5 to 5 in the morning.
That's right. Johnny Boy's in the Midwest, so he's an hour behind me.
It's 11, yeah.
Gonzalo.
Yo, recognize, Doug, that song you posted in the Discord.
Yes.
I never heard it.
You like it, right?
Yo, listen, bro. Check this. I cranked that bitch like 10 times and blew up my fucking headphones, dog. I was straight up. I was like, oh, this song's...
That shit is lit, right? For those who don't know what Johnny Boy's talking about, we're talking about the Lost Boys, the movie The Lost Boys, their soundtrack.
Fire.
Exactly.
I've never seen it before, like I said. Dude, I was banging that shit loud.
Wait. Hold the phone. Johnny, the self-proclaimed movie buff's never seen The Lost Boys?
Never seen it. I could believe it. 1987 is when that movie came out.
And
most of the movies Johnny's seen predate 1987 anyway.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even know nothing about it. Then I looked it up. I was like, oh, shit, bro. Because you know I like all the fucking cult
Johnny
movies.
Boy, that's the movie that got me into motorcycles. That is the movie right there.
Facts.
I wanted to be the Lost Boys.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta watch this shit now.
It's fire, bro.
Yo, I heard they hired Stipe Miocic to dig sand pits in Cameroon though. Fucking
Johnny, you're toxic, bro. You know that, bro.
Yeah.
What
Hey,
you guys
man.
thought about the fight, man? What do you guys thought about the I think I talked to Mark. I got your take, like brief. It was brief. It was on. I think it might have been on BDAs, but
Did I get this? I don't remember.
I'm interested in knowing what you guys thought about the fight.
He asked me first, Johnny. Jeez.
Why the fuck do I know who he's asking first?
Because he said Mark.
All right, we'll go with Mark and then Johnny Boy.
No, go alphabetical. Give Johnny what he wants to be the center of attention. Go ahead, John.
Well, is
What
J
the
goes?
fuck are you doing? What?
J goes before M. Does J
So
go
easy
before
to
M?
troll. So easy to troll.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit who goes first.
I'm trolling, bruh.
Oh,
Calm your beehive.
bro, you're toxic, dog. But
Bro, you're toxic, bro.
What's it called? Nah, Povetkin looked old as fuck, bro. I can't even front like it was a good little bounce back fight and shit, but motherfucker, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I think people need to slow down with all that title shot shit. But I respect the dude for getting his payback, but I don't know.
Did you? I don't know if you heard me in the beginning. Him and Lennox Lewis got something in common, bro. They got knocked out by guys that weren't expected to knock them out. And Lennox Lewis case that happened over 20 years ago. He got knocked out in the 5th round, just like Dillian Whyte did, and they both got revenge.
That shit would be funny
in the
as
4th
hell.
fucking round.
That shit would be funny as hell if he ran up in there and knocked fucking AJ's dumb ass out. That shit would be funny as hell.
From what I know, it was actually 14-1 for Rockman to knock out Lennox when he did.
14, right? Yeah, that was a bigger.
Yeah. And for Povetkin against Whyte, it was 6-1, so it was way more. It was nearly double the odds, bro.
More than double, yep.
Like people, I remember the narrative going into the first fight was the same as the second one. Like people were like, and the official even did a video completely breaking it down. A lot of people did a whole host of breaking down the fight, and everyone came to the same conclusion. It was like Povetkin could really knock this motherfucker out, but I'm picking Dillian on points.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, I wasn't that impressed. I could still, he doesn't, he gets sloppy and his head, there's barely any head movement. He can counter pretty good, but I don't know about you guys. If Wilder's mind is right, I think, or right enough for that fight, I think he could win. I think he could knock out Dillian Whyte still. What say you guys?
I think he could. I understand that a lot of people want to talk about that fight at the moment because fans have created a rumor that doesn't exist. But at the same point, I think Wilder could knock out Whyte. He has the power to, for sure. But I think Whyte could knock him out too. Keep a high guard, getting on top of him, smother some of Wilder's work, and start smashing him to the body, break him down, hurt him. Snap his skinny little twig legs.
I've always given him, a good shot of winning that fight.
Whyte and who?
Whyte and Wilder.
Oh, yeah. If he fucking moves his head, he'll be all right. I heard you in the beginning say that. Yeah, if he fucking moves his head, he'll be fine.
That's a good fight. Hey, what's up, Recognize?
Saludos, Gonzalo. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm doing all right. Taking a break from the hospital. Came back to my house here.
How's he feeling, bro?
I'm waiting on an X-ray. Still the same. He's in the ICU.
Oh,
Yeah, in the
good on
ICU.
you.
He's got the tube. If like one more week goes by and he doesn't get better, they're gonna stick that tube on his trachea. But the
Yeah.
problem, you can't find that tube. It's a size 1 tracheal tube. It's impossible to find here in the Philippines. Even in the United States, it's very rare to find. So he's got to adapt it. And I really don't want him making a hole in my son's throat. But I mean, if that means it's gonna save his life, because his lungs are full of phlegm and the infection hasn't gone away, that tube that he got on the throat right now is cutting the throat. It's damaging, and what happens with that? It's secreting blood and it's clogging the tube. So you got to go directly into the trachea, and plus it could also damage the vocal cords. And if you go into the trachea sits beneath the vocal cords. So I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a matter of saving his life, that's what I need to do.
Well, I've been praying for him, buddy. I hope he feels better.
I have too, Gonzalo. I know I haven't gotten to talk to you, but I lit a candle on Sunday for him.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Always, Gonzalo.
Yeah.
You know that, man. You're in my thoughts. You and your family, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thank you, man. I saw my face in him. He looks like me, even though he's half Filipino. It's like it's crazy because I mean this is my first child. So when you see your child for the first time, and if you hadn't experienced that before, and like recognize when I saw his face, I saw something inside him that looks like me, and I was like, man, this is my child.
Yep. Everybody says I have 4. Everybody says the one that looks like me, exactly like me, is my daughter. It's always
that's
that way,
a
right?
scary,
It's always
that's a scary image. Yeah.
Like she looks like you with a wig on. Oh my God, come on.
They say that girls look more like their fathers. Even I looked it up on the internet that they inherit what is it? Not the handsomeness, but what is it? The beauty from that don't get passed on to the man. It gets passed to the woman. Like if you have a daughter, I can't think of the word, but she inherits that from the father. It's weird.
You know,
The attractiveness.
since Gonzalo, since you look up a whole lot of stuff, right? Can I ask you like a philosophical question, like on the ideology of men and women and stuff like that, for a second, right? I've got like this is a very deep question. It may sound a little bit weird, but you know when you're kissing a girl, she was originally her dad's spunk, right? So does that mean you're gay?
Ah, come on.
It's a
No,
serious
no.
question.
Mark.
Think about it though. Women are sperm.
Yeah, but
Mark,
that's
if you're
the
gonna
code.
look at it that way, then we're all kissing sperm. You're right.
Yeah.
You're 100%
Basically, the sperm is it's a genetic code. It's I mean it's sperm, but
Hey, recognize. Read the private chat if you could, bro.
Private chat.
Johnny,
Yeah.
you said if who moves his head, you know what? That's an interesting fight. Because Whyte gets really wild when he gets extremely wild when he's going for the kill, just like Deontay Wilder. It depends on what range that would benefit who. I mean, Wilder got the longer arms, but if those two were to trade and try to take each other's head off, they would both get wild. So
Bro.
maybe you move your head, but then you get clipped because you put your head in your position to get hit by one of them wild punches.
Man, I'll tell you this, bro. I don't give a flying fuck about Boots Ennis fighting Lipinets. I want to see that Joe Smith Vlasov fight, bro. I don't give a flying fuck about that dude running. What is it? That's not this weekend. That's next weekend, bro. Fucking
April the 10th. I'll be recording that PPC card because I want to see Stanionis Delorme, bro. I do want to see it. I also want to see Sherwin back in action. Haven't seen him in a while. And I want to see Lipinets versus Ennis. I want to see what the kids got. I'll record that, bro. I will record that while I sit there and watch the violent mayhem of Maxim Vlasov versus Joe Smith Jr.
That Jerwin Ancajas fight, he's fighting a Mexican. The fighter that got hurt in 2019, Felipe Orocuta. This guy Rodriguez, El Titan Rodriguez, he's the one that almost killed him in the ring. This guy got power and he's got good fundamentals. That's gonna be a tough fight for Ancajas. I'm picking I'm picking the Mexican. Truly, I am. He's a good fighter, man. If you guys don't know about him in the flyweights.
who's the
No, I know about him. I've been watching him for a while. I seen him against Castro and against Orocuta and Julian Yadres. He knocked Julian Yadres out in one round. I was like, whoa, okay. because Julian had only been stopped once before. That was by Erdak Diaz, who was a good fighter. Like he went the distance with like Angel Ramos and Johnny Gonzalez, and even Kosei Tanaka.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, he dresses like a very durable journeyman, and this dude knocked him out in one fucking round, Gonzalo.
Oh wow, and you consider that Johnny Gonzalez? I mean, he was suspect chin, but he was very powerful. And if that one guy went the distance with Johnny, but then this guy Rodriguez was able to knock out the guy you said in one round, man, his power is real.
Yeah,
right.
He also went to this guy also went the distance with Kosei Tanaka. Like, and Kosei at minimum weight was a huge puncher.
He went the distance with Johnny Casimiro, Gonzalo?
No.
You talking about?
No. I don't know.
Johnny who?
Johnny Gonzalez, Jonathan Gonzalez.
Oh,
Johnny, the Puerto Rican southpaw, the light flyweight.
Yeah. I was just
Is he any good? I haven't watched him. I don't watch a little bit.
He's a bit of a glass cannon. He can knock fools out and he can get knocked out. Like he had a very tough fight with Giovanni Segura. He got dropped twice, but he rocked Segura. And he got stopped. He also had a very good fight with Kosei Tanaka, where he staggered Tanaka and gave him a couple tough rounds. Some of the judges had it even, and then Tanaka got him out of there. But he was a good fighter. So, like, this should be a good fight for Lanka, to be honest, man. This fucking Johnny Rodriguez, man. Jonathan Rodriguez. He's a good fighter, man. He proved that. Knocking out Yadres in one round, and Yadres had only been stopped once before and went the distance with some top-tier guys, and even a former pound-for-pounder tells you something. He can go, and like Gonzalo said, he fucked up Arakuta. Like, he nearly killed the man.
Yeah.
Fucking... Yeah, I'm going to record the PBC shit, but like I said, I just want to see it. I want to see the Smith and Blazov, and Mark knows the other fight I'm watching that day, but yeah. Man.
All right, you put this one on timeout. No need to be calling people pigs and none of that shit. All right. Where's this guy? I want to get this shit up. YouTube.
My little fans, my little teenage fans. What's it called? Oh. Recognize who you got. Who matter of fact, well, Mark didn't know. Actually, no. Hey, shit. Who y'all got on Herring and Frampton, bro?
I mean, the guy's like 7 inches taller than Frampton.
That's what I said, bro.
He's like 7 inches taller than everyone at 130. What are we talking?
I mean, like I say, unless motherfucking Carl Frampton fucking runs off and pulls some Pacquiao shit, and he ain't. Yeah, I got Herring on that one, bro. I think he's gonna win on decision. He'll pop shot in the beginning, get some rounds in the bank, and fucking, maybe open up a little bit later on. But I think they'll just run. Yeah, I think they'll just fucking pot shot and get a decision.
You ready for my bold prediction?
Carl Frampton.
I got Frampton on a split decision.
Damn.
I got Frampton outworking him, bro. I think Herring's activity is too much. And yeah, like you say, Johnny, he likes the pot shot. Too bad the dude's off balance and not very good at it. Carl's going to get inside and he's going to start nicking rounds off of him. And something that needs to be played into account is this is an MTK card. This is in Dubai. This is at the hotel Daniel Keenan is staying at. Herring, if this goes the distance, even if he wins 8 rounds, he'll be lucky to escape with his title.
Yeah.
I like how Carl Frampton throws body punches. You know how like fighters usually like you'll throw that shovel hook where it's coming up at an angle. Frampton, he's so short and his center of gravity is so low, and even when he bends the knees just a little more, and to throw his punches, he throws from side to side. He's basically throwing like a hook to the body, like if you were throwing a hook upstairs, a hook to the head. He's not throwing up at an angle like a shovel hook. He's throwing from plane to plane, from side to side, man, and he throws them powerful hooks to the body. He could hurt that tall and lanky herring.
So, Mark, you saying it's going to be a robbery? Obviously.
Well, no, Irish people we don't rob.
only the gold on the end of the rainbow. No, they could take that.
Yo, don't you start with that type of stuff, bro. Don't you start with that.
You said the robbing, and that's the pot of gold over there.
Yeah, but we don't steal it. We have it.
What do you guys think about 100% X's comment?
Frampton is a white supremacist, but my brother's strong black genes will win. Yo, X, you better get your trifling ass up out of here and go rescue ghetto gospel. Tupac be calling.
He's a piece of shit, this guy. Should I put him on timeout for 5 minutes?
Nah.
Yeah,
let him
we'll
say
let
his
you live.
words. Let him say his words.
Yeah, he good. Wants to call.
It is true though. Everything he said.
Facts.
Gonzalo, who you picking?
On who's that? Frampton or Herring?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. I would think that Herring would win because he's just taller, bigger. But I'm gonna say Frampton's a better fighter. And I always thought that guys that were in the military like me, man, you get worn out in the army, your knees get shot, dude. He's like a fucking old man, dude. That fucking Herring. He's not that old, but you get beat up in the army, man. Especially if you went overseas.
They both mid-30s, cuz they both get 9 years.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the bigger dude. I mean, he's just so fucking.
He can't fight on the inside.
Yeah, most big guys. I guess most big dudes like that. I can see where Frampton, if he was,
he's slow as well.
Yeah.
About that guy.
I hope Frampton beats him. That's what I hope because I can't stand these. I can't stand these fucking weight bullies. And then he beats Frampton. Oh, let's put him on the pound for pound list. Like for what?
Yeah.
Fucking twice his size.
To be honest, though, if Frampton were to win this, he'd be a 3-weight world champion. He'd have a legit claim with his resume. Like he's got a win over Leo. He has a win over Nonito.
Oh, if Frampton wins, yes, I would agree with that. But I'm talking about this Jamel, whatever the fuck his first name is, Jamel Herring guy. Like I can see him like barely nicking it. Oh, he belongs in the pound for pound list because
he
Frampton
shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, never mind that he's got 7 inches in height or reach over him, and he's like fucking 4 or 5 inches, taller. We're not gonna think about that.
Like them boys after Spence beat Mikey. Yeah, this nigga's gonna be the GOAT when it's all said and done.
Yeah, but that's just like Dick Wright.
This nigga's gonna be the GOAT when it's done, bro.
Nah. Listen, I like Spence, but
I do too.
You gotta do better than Mikey Garcia, bro.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna fight Mikey Garcia, then you gotta blast him out. You gotta take him out.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I've never agreed with it. I picked Spence on points, and I've got a reason for it. If y'all are interested, right?
Yes.
No, I'm just playing.
One, Mikey is Mexican, and Mexicans tend to be tough, right? But 2, and this is the most important thing, that dude has a square ass head.
Mikey.
Yeah. Have you seen the shape of that dude's head? It's built like a cement block, bro.
Yes. He's got a blockhead.
He does.
He's got a blockhead,
You don't knock that out, bro. You just stick Crawford in there with him. Crawford ain't getting that dude out of there. That dude, you're not knocking out that.
Tell you different, Mark. They'll say.
I know they'll tell me a whole load of shit. They'll also tell me that Victor Postol is a better win than Sean Porter. They can suck on me left testicle.
There was some Mexican guys. I don't know if it was before the Mayans, or in like just in a different region. They were called the Olmecas. Those they make stone figures of those guys' head, and like nowadays there's some of those, and those dudes had big heads. He must come from one of those peoples.
Fucking
the Olmecs.
The Olmecs. The fucking what's it called, bro? And you know Akhmadaliev fighting earlier that day. Recognize Gonzalo? I know Mark know, but
You talking about that fight on UFC?
no.
mean-
Akhmadaliev, the unified champ at 22, bro.
Oh, sorry. Boxing. Yeah.
Yeah. That
I get confused with these fucking names.
Yeah, I know they crazy names. Sound like a toothache and shit. But yeah, that's a nice little scrap too. Mark will tell you the same thing, bro. It's a good little
He's at
scrap.
122, right?
Yeah. He beat Daniel Roman and fucking won the unified shit, and he's got some crazy amateur background like Loma and Usyk and fucking Triple G and all them. But yeah. That's not, but that shit's not. What time did you say it was, Mark? The card starts at like 10 in the morning or something. So
it'll start at 10 for recognized.
That's why I said 10 because he's on the East Coast. Yeah.
Main event should be about 2 p.m. for you recognized 2 or 3.
Yeah. So there's some early shit on recognized if you sleep in Saturday morning and fucking
this weekend, right?
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Early shit. So if you pop it, you know, I like, you like to sleep. Motherfuckers like to sleep in after.
Hell
Friday. Yeah, after Friday night and shit. Yeah, wake up at 10 or whatever, pop the coffee, boom.
The sun is out, man. When that sun is out, it's like it doesn't matter what time I go to
shit. I'm about to start. It was nice today. It was windy in the motherfucker, but I'm about to start cooking some shit on the grill again, bro.
There you go.
Yeah,
do it, bro.
Yeah. For sure.
Call me crazy, man.
You're crazy,
but
you're fucking nuts.
I know, man. I actually am. Oh, I used to.
We know.
I'm just playing.
I'm interested in that fight between Ben Askren and Jake Paul. I don't know why, but I fucking am, dude.
So Ben Askren is okay. So he's had fights. Has he had fights as a professional or like an amateur?
No. He's a fucking UFC fighter that didn't have any hands in the UFC. He's the one Masvidal kneed in the face in 2 seconds.
Oh yes.
Ben Askren is literally just right. I'll put it like this: man got no hands. He's got an okay little kick on him, right? But this is boxing. If this was in a cage, Askren would fucking mortar Jake. He would mortar him. Fuck the hands. He would take that dude down, choke him out, and kill him. He's an elite wrestler. But fuck me. He's got
no hands, bro.
I'll tell you what his hands are like, bro. He's got cerebral palsy hands. That's what he's got.
Yeah, I don't like the Paul brothers or whatever. That guy that knocked out, the one that aired out Nate Robinson. But that dude got hands because remember he's boxing now. So he's taking, the one thing I could respect, I don't like these YouTube personalities. I'm with you, Johnny, and Mark and Gonzalo. I don't like these YouTube personalities. But I do respect dudes that take, a craft like boxing serious. I do respect that. So if the guy's doing that, he's training. I think, I gotta give him the nod over guys who don't box, like the way he fucking put Nate Robinson to sleep.
It doesn't mean because you're a YouTube guy, that doesn't mean that you cannot like box or maybe learn. All you have to do is dedicate yourself just like anybody else.
Askren can't box at all.
Yeah, bro.
He can fight though. He can fight.
I was just gonna say Jake Paul can box a little bit, and Ben Askren can't box at all. That's what.
But there's gonna be a problem for Jake in this shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be when they clinch, because he's not gonna knock Askren the fuck out with one shot, man. Like Askren's tougher than that. Like, Masvidal can knee you in the head when you're steamrolling forward, but like that'll knock any person out on the planet. But Askren's tough. He is tough, Johnny. He's very tough. He's very durable.
He's a tough kid. He's a little Wisconsin boy too.
He's also smart. He's smart. If you watch his striking and shit and his punching, it's crap. But he's got good head movement and can evade stuff. He
learned how to wrestle. He learned how to wrestle because I stole his weed in high school, bro. Stop it.
That's a great
You
name
think
right
that?
there. Puerto Rican rum. That's a great name.
That is a great
I think
name.
Askren's gonna knock Jake Paul out.
That wouldn't shock me.
I think his striking sucks, but the technique of it sucks. That's the thing. The technique sucks. I have seen him hit guys hard and hurt them and stagger them with single punches.
Fuck that fight, man. Look, bro.
You think that knee that Masvidal threw is harder than any punch that a regular man can throw?
I'm gonna ask you a question, Gonzalo. Right? If I run at you as fast and as hard as I can with my head down, you punch me on the top of my head, what's going to happen?
I punch.
Break your hand.
I'll probably break my hand.
Yeah,
You'll probably break my skull as well.
Yeah.
You'll fuck me up. If I take Johnny, any person who steamrolls, right? If someone's steamrolling forward, keep in mind, Ben Askren sprinted at Masvidal. Masvidal leaped and kneed him in the head. That's harder than any punch I can throw.
That's gotta be hard as a knee's gotta be hard as fuck. Come to think of it now, because you're throwing your hips into it, right? It's your hips and your ass. Fuck.
A knee to the face ain't pretty, bro. What's it called?
Especially if you're steamrolling in like a fucking retard on Ritalin.
Look, bro. Aside of this weekend aside, I care about Joe Smith and Vlasov, and then I care about the shit that's going on my birthday for the month, which Masvidal's fighting on my birthday, and shit.
He's fighting this week. Masvidal?
No, he's fighting.
No, he's fighting.
He's fighting the night before my birthday. Recognize on the 24th.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's fighting on the 24th. He's fighting Kamaru Usman in a rematch. Yay! I'm so excited.
Well, I'm more excited for Rose, man.
I get that, but I have no interest in that Masvidal fucking fight against Usman, bro. I saw the first one. I did not need to see that again.
Well, that's like I say. That's my after Joe Smith Vlasov. That's my favorite thing for April.
You might as well give me a rematch of Bartholomew Easter.
Yeah, true that, but you never know.
So I live here in the Philippines. I came back from the hospital, and I got my lot. It's right next to the road. And somebody threw a stone on my roof. And here in the Philippines, all the roofs, mostly like all of them, they're made out of plain sheet, corrugated plain sheet. And I was like talking on the phone to my wife on the FaceTime, and all of a sudden I hear something on the roof, and it hit like 3 times because it rolled down from the roof to like another little roof for the kitchen. And then I said, "What is that?" Then this morning I checked. I told my wife, I think somebody threw a stone. But I wasn't sure. And I looked up in the roof. It was a big stone. Somebody threw a stone, man, because I've been in the hospital for like the last 3 days. So I got one of the relatives is a caretaker. He's feeding the dogs, and he put them in the cage at night. But I told him, man, you got to leave them out in the night, because if they're inside the cage, even though my fence is 8 feet high, they will jump in, because if the dog's in there, they will know, and they could break in. Not that I have anything of real value, but they will. I mean, they will. So the dog's been out, and last time I came back, obviously nobody knew that I was going to be back. So I'm talking on the phone, and I hear that rock. I don't know the meanings for that rock, if they're trying to like, what do you say? How do you say when they're scouting out the place, or somebody don't like me, or it's just some kids fucking around. But yeah, I'm trying to see how I can catch those people tonight, if I'm going to set a trap for them. Right.
I mean, past the 10th, there really ain't shit for boxing. I don't care about Andrade running around the fucking ring. Like after that, the month's kind of bleak for the boxing.
Yeah, this is the cold season, they call it.
Yeah, then
there's a whole bunch of fights, man. You just don't know about them. They will announce them like 1 or 2 weeks prior. It'll be like, oh, it happened last year. Prograis is fighting Red Cash.
That's a bum fight, bro. That's a bum.
Then you got the Canelo fight. Then you got Zurdo Ramirez.
Yeah, but I said this month, Gonzalo. This month.
This month, somebody else is fighting this month.
Yeah.
There's quite a few good fights. You just need to look for the right ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, on Friday, there's a really intriguing fight for me. Valery Oganishin's taking on Edward Troyanovsky, and Alexei Papin's back in action, so I'll be watching him. And I want to see Valery Oganishin because he was a very good amateur, and he was very strong. And Edward Troyanovsky, he's a former world champion. I know he lost to Ndongo, but that was like peak Ndongo, and he gave Carol Relic a very good fight. And he was a previous world champion after he beat. He took what was his name? The Argentinian Gonzalo. Do you remember Cesar fucking Cuenca, the Argentinian dude who was like 48-0?
Rings a bell, but how do you say the last name again?
I don't know.
Cuenca.
Yeah, Cesar Cuenca. Yeah. He knocked him out, Troyanovsky, and now Oganishin, he's taking him on. He's an up-and-coming prospect, so I'll be excited for that one. And that's just on Friday. So it just depends on where you want to look and what you want to look for. I get that, like, if it's not on ESPN or if it's not on American TV, it's probably a bum fight. But there's a lot of really good fights out there.
Hey, the only fight I called a bum fight was Prograis and Red Cash. But now, that's garbage. Yeah, and I like Prograis, but that shit's fucking whack.
Prograis fighting? Who's he fighting?
Red Cash, bro.
Come on. Yeah.
I don't blame Prograis though. I blame the PBC.
Yeah, it ain't Prograis' fault. It's the PBC's fault. Hey, recognize. Do me a favor, bro. Can you send me a link, but on the Discord, or can you not do that?
What do you mean?
I'll send it to you, Johnny.
Okay, thanks, bro. Good looking.
I think Abel Ramos is fighting on the two brothers. The one that he came up on stage with that one girl, his sister, with the pink uniform. What's the name?
The kind of slugger.
Omar Figueroa and his sister. His sister's fire, bro.
The brothers.
Yeah, he's fighting. No, he's fighting with Abel Ramos, right? The guy that went.
The brother's better, I think. Brandon. I think he's a little better.
Brandon's.
He's fighting the guy that fought. The guy that's fighting Ugas. He fought Ugas.
Yeah, I remember Ramos. Yeah. Fucking what's it called? Yeah, Navarrete Diaz is decent, but it might be a nice little fight.
Christopher Diaz is a good fighter.
He's a Puerto Rican, El Pitufo Diaz, the Smurf. He's a good fighter. That's a tough test.
I think Navarrete just overwhelmed his ass, though. Be honest with you. He's small too, ain't he? He's smaller.
He's a good fighter, man. That Puerto Rican dude.
Bigger than everybody.
Yeah, bro. That motherfucker.
He just does.
That motherfucker's like 5'8" fighting at bantamweight and shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah.
It's kind of a weight bully.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's training in Tijuana right now.
You sent
don't forget, like on the 17th, like Andre's in there with Liam Williams, bro. That's not a fight that you can just say, oh, it's a bum fight. Andre wins. Liam Williams hits hard.
That's right.
I agree. I'm almost sensing an upset there. Well, it won't be like an upset to like hardcore fans like yourself, but in terms of casuals, well, I don't even know if casuals even know who fucking Andrade is. Anyway,
I don't know if a lot of hardcores know who he is.
Yeah, man.
Who's on the undercard of the Canelo fight?
That hasn't been set yet.
Yeah, that probably gets set up towards like maybe what is it, like a month?
They did say one fight. They recognize they did say one fight. I just can't remember right now. I have to think about it a little bit.
I'm hearing also on April 24th. You might be interested in this, Gonzalo, and a few people maybe. I'm hearing that Jaime Munguia is going to be fighting Matej Shalecki.
Okay, so, I don't know that guy, Shalecki.
You know Shalecki. He gave Danny Jacobs a good fight and fought Andre.
Oh, okay. Shalecki, okay. That's a good fight.
Yeah, that is a good fight. And also on April 24th, for anyone who's interested in like lower weight stuff, we got Kenshiro Taraji, the WBC light flyweight champion. Like, I'm sure official in the chat will, and Mr. BDA, the original boxing hipster, will be familiar with Kenshiro. He's fighting against Asada. So that'll be good. That'll be definitely good. You see, saying there's nothing happening, there's actually quite a few good scraps on, like a really good scrap British level, Denzel Bentley and Felix Cash. Like you said, Gonzalo, there's lots of fights when you sink your teeth into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this fights to watch. There's definitely fights to watch, man.
And that all leads you pretty much into the first Saturday of like May. And even on Friday, the 30th of April, here's a good one. So Michael Conlan is taking on Ianut Baluta. And for anyone who's not familiar with him, he lost a couple of fights, right? Early in his career to unknowns, Ianut Baluta. And then he came back and he beat Kyle Williams, former IBF champion at 122, TJ Dehaney, and he beat David Oliver Joyce and knocked him out in the third round. TJ Dehaney had a unification, if you remember, Gonzalo, with Danny Roman, and that was a really good fight. And Michael Conlan's going to be fighting a dude who beat him, and that's on the same card of Sonny Edwards, Charlie Edwards' brother. He's fighting against IBF flyweight champion Maruti Muthalane, who's 39-2 and doesn't have a loss.
39 years old or 39? No, he's actually like 42. No, 39 record.
He's
Okay.
30. He's 38. He's 39-2, and this guy, he's 38 years of age. He hasn't lost since November 2008 against Nonito Donaire. And in that time, he's beaten Zolani Tete, John Riel Casamora. He's beaten Muhammad Wasim. He's beaten Akira Yagashi and Masayuki Kuroda, and a few others to name. Like, he's really been on a fucking streak. Like, so that's on the last day of April. And then that leads you into like the Parker Chisora fight, Dimitri Bivol, Craig Richards.
There's another one. Save your money. Save your money for that weekend. Ruiz versus Arreola pay-per-view.
I forgot about that.
I don't watch.
Yeah. Save your money so you can buy that. It's like $70. Are you interested?
I ain't paying for that shit.
It's not $70, it's $50.
I
$50.
ain't giving fucking $5 to watch that fucking thing dragging us.
Come on, man! You gotta give some money to Andres Ruiz and Arreola so they can buy some tacos.
Hell no, I ain't paying for that.
So they can buy some tacos after the fight.
Oh, what the fuck out of here! Andy Ruiz don't need no more of them. Just like I don't need no more Master Choli. Shit. That's right.
But yeah, we do have a lot of good fights to look forward to this month, man. There is. You just need to look.
There's some all right shit. It's not bad, but it's, like I say, it's more in the first half of the month for me. But
I mean, you can always, even though there's not a title involved, because this is kind of a little contradictory. Some people, not that anybody said it, and this is why I'm saying, some people say that titles don't matter, but you just never know when you're gonna get a barn burner in a good fight. I mean, fights.
No, I'm a degenerate. I'm gonna end up watching everything anyway, bro.
What do you think of Johnny? What do you think of Munguia versus Munguia is fighting on April 24th? He's fighting against Selecki. What do you think of that for a fight?
That's a fun fight.
That's a week after Andrade versus Williams as well.
I mean, it would be nice if they're like setting it up.
Yeah, I know,
each other or
like
one to win.
That is a good fight, Mark. I just ain't missing UFC that night. That's all.
If Munguia's training in Eric Morales' gym in downtown TJ, man, if I weren't in the Philippines, I would be up there every now and then. With Eric Morales hanging out inside that gym.
That's where Morales' gym is in Tijuana, right at home.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I thought
there's two gyms there, but he made his own about 20 years ago. I mean, 10 Flies. There's like this big YMCA, and that's where before the amateur fights used to take place. And there's like a baseball field, a track and field, basketball courts.
It ain't like in one of them neighborhoods.
No, but then he later made one.
Yeah.
He later made one like in the wild card on the second floor, close to where he lives, a few blocks away from where that YMCA is at. And just a little hole in the wall, Jim, that you would never know if you're not from around there. And you would pay no particular interest that that's his gym and that there's world champion training up there. I mean, Munguia, I don't know if there's anybody else right now.
Fucking yeah, that's a good fight. Munguia and Selecki. That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
There really is some nice little ones. There's some good fight. There's a good card going on in Spain on the Friday, the 23rd of April. I mean, Anthony Gago is defending his his European featherweight title. He's defending that against Gavin McDonnell. I'm sure you guys will remember Gavin McDonnell a little bit from back when he fought Danny Roman, got into the 10th round with him. Fought Ray Vargas. Do you remember the Ray Vargas McDonnell fight, Gonzalo? I'm sure you do.
I can't recall what actually took place in the ring, but yeah, I know Vargas and Gavin McDonnell. I know those two. I don't remember them two fighting.
Yeah,
If I did, I
they
just
had a
can't recall
solid
right now.
fight.
That's
They had
one
a
of them.
solid fight.
That's one of them dudes I'd know him if I seen him.
Yeah,
He's
but the guy from Otumba, Mexico, the talk, he's kind of boring, right? The guy that broke his leg.
yeah.
Is that the guy that fought him? You said he's kind of
Yeah,
like
Ray Vargas. Yeah, Ray Vargas.
he's one of those guys that you would forget, you know.
Yeah, but that was a solid enough fight. It was a majority decision to Ray Vargas. So Gavin McDonnell's fighting for a European title. Kerman Laharaga, for anyone who doesn't know, he's fighting against a guy called Jazz Smith, who's okay. Laharaga lost twice to Abanesian. He was the European champion. He was coming off of wins over Bradley Skeet and Frankie Gavin. Knocked both of them out back to back. And then the most important fight on that entire card, Sergio Garcia is fighting. And for anyone familiar with Sergio Garcia, they would know that he's the dude who completely dominated and whitewashed Ted Cheeseman. Made him look ordinary. One judge gave some stupid ass scorecard. The other judges had it 119, 109. He schooled Ted Cheeseman. Schooled him. Made him look like he'd never boxed a day in his life.
Hey, what's up? Recognize. Saludo, G.
Oh, Saludo, dog, with his favorite fighter in the world.
Facts, man. Filip Hrgović is gonna fight Michael Hunter next, but
That's
I
a
just gotta
good
say,
fucking fight, bro.
That is
a good fight, man.
oh fuck yeah, man, that's a good fight. Croatia, we lost one of our legends, but I feel like a new one is gonna rise. This is the time of Filip Hrgović, man. He'll go down just like Stipe, just like Krokop, and just like the legendary
Stipe
Croatian
was from,
tiger Branko Sikatic. Yeah. Stipe Miocic, he's a proud Croatian, and we still support him, man. But I want to say
he got his head knocked off on Saturday. Recognize.
Yeah, he came back. He wanted to fight the young gun twice. To me, that was a legendary thing to do. That would be like Floyd Mayweather fighting Canelo today at an open weight. The weight difference is about the same, but that's the price you pay for passing the torch, man. That's legendary shit, though. But I want to talk about tomorrow's fight: Tim Tszyu versus Dennis Hogan. That's a hell of a fight, man. Tim Tszyu is gonna knock Dennis Hogan the fuck out, man. I don't believe any Irish person can stand up to Slavic power. I don't believe their chins can handle Slavic power.
Really?
I don't believe it, man.
So Tim Tszyu, he's the real deal, huh? Is he good like his dad, or
he's a good fighter? He's nothing special.
I wouldn't say he's good like his dad, but I would say he's okay, man, and he's a hard worker.
He's decent. Yeah, he's solid.
And just today, he said his dream fight would be Triple G. He wants to fight Triple G. Now I don't know about that fight, but definitely shout out to him for being ambitious and saying, Triple G is a legend, and I want to fight the guy who I idolize. You
know what?
I haven't seen.
Go ahead, Gonzalo. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of him, but he's got to be solid if he inherited his father's DNA. Like they say, like father, like son, and Costa Tszyu was very fundamentally sound. Okay, very fundamentally sound. Now they used Tim Tszyu as a sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao when he was going to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was he's very mobile, so he kind of like he's similar in a little way that he moves more. I mean, if he's fundamentally sound and he moves, obviously he has something like the sons of other legends don't have. Like Chavez Jr. never let his hands go like his father. Chavez Jr., he might have been tough at the time, but he never had that extra. Now, if Tim Tszyu is mobile because they used him as a sparring partner to simulate kind of like Keith Thurman style, but he can learn from his dad and pick up the fundamentals, that means he has more than one dimension. So I have to see more of him. I'm interested. What you're saying?
Hey, recognize we got OG backstage.
OG. Okay, we'll see what that is. Okay, OG.
But right, they used Tim Tszyu for sparring Manny Pacquiao, right? When he fought Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
We know Keith Thurman's a mobile motherfucker, so I mean, obviously, if he's mobile, but then
Hey,
he can
Johnny
pick
boy,
up the
suck
cues.
my dick, you fucking faggot piece of shit, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
smoke you.
Don't bring that
dumbass,
shit
bro.
in
Keep
here
on
to
fucking with
recognize
me,
his
fucking
channel,
faggot
man.
ass, punk ass bitch.
Yeah.
Jane Keg was sucking me off yesterday. You fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, man. Let's just keep it boxing. But Tim Tszyu, his strengths.
I don't know who the fuck that was, Johnny boy. I have no idea who that was.
Some little kid I would kill in real life. That's all.
Hey, but Tim Tszyu, his strengths are cutting the ring off, picking his shots, punching technique, and shot selection. Like, this guy's a good fighter, man. He picks his shots well, he punches with proper technique, and he cuts the ring off well. He's not the best boxer at 154, but he is the money man at 154. Okay, he earns
So
more
he's a
money.
154 pounder.
Yeah, and
no,
he's
dog.
the
Little.
cash cow at 154 as well.
Who?
So he can fight. He can
Tim
fight.
Tszyu.
There ain't no cash cow 154. The division's weak as fuck.
Well, you know something,
Okay,
Johnny
so
boy.
let
Here's
me
the
let me
thing.
tell you something, man.
Yeah.
He's getting paid $5 to $3 million a fight.
That's
Okay.
It's good for him. I don't care about
Here's
a fight.
the thing. He could be the cash cow if these guys are willing to, like, okay, if the fight is big overseas, Tim Tszyu, because his father had a big following, right? He was from Australia. He had a pretty big following from what I remember, and maybe because of his name that's going to sell, it would all come down to whether or not these fighters were willing to take that risk to make more money to go overseas and fight him. But I doubt it.
Listen, bro, I refuse to watch another PBC card until they give me undisputed between Charlo and Castaño. Not gonna happen. Fuck all that. I ain't gonna support that bullshit. Straight up, I don't give a fuck who. Yeah,
It's interesting to see if
no. Hold on, Gonzalo. I ain't watching no motherfucking PBC cards till I get that Castaño Charlo fight. It's not a hard fight to make, bro. Get that shit taken care of. Real talk.
it's interesting to see if Tim Tszyu can knock him out, right? Hey, what's up, Dirk?
It's all about those male strippers, BJ.
Safara was, yeah, he's a male.
That's what I'm saying. Represent, bro. Yeah.
Fucking Magic Mike over
Wait, what's the opponent that Tim Tszyu's fighting? Dennis Hogan. When he got knocked out by the Charlo, was it the 54 or the 60? Did he move up?
Zoo's gonna blast that kid, bro.
But you didn't answer my question.
Wait,
did he move up?
No.
He got knocked out, but I don't know if it was by the Jermal, the 60 pounder.
160. Yeah, 160.
Yeah, he moved up. So at 54, prior to Jaime Munguia moving up, he could have knocked him out. So we'll see how he performs against a fighter that's pretty tough at 54 that had never been knocked out on Dennis Hogan until he moved up to 60. That's what I wanted to kind of understand.
Hey, we got to factor in, though, a knockout takes a bit out of you, and he has been inactive. So I believe his chin might not be the best. He's moving down in weight. He's inactive, and he just got knocked out. I think Tim Tszyu, he'll stop Dennis Hogan, but it's going to be a good fight, man. I'm actually going to buy the pay-per-view after this stream, man. I'm going to buy the pay-per-view. I'm going to get some beers. I'm going to watch that fight tomorrow night.
Damn, interesting.
What time is it? Do you know what time that fight starts?
Recognize that bitch on Friday for us, bro. Not
bro. That shit's probably on at 5. Nah, the fight's tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yeah, I said that's interesting because you're close to my time zone.
Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday for you guys, but it'll be at like 5 a.m., dude.
No. It'll be Wednesday at 5 a.m. technically.
Yeah, Wednesday 5 a.m.
For you, old dog, your time zone is actually kind of close to mine here in the Philippines, down under over there in Australia.
Yeah,
about a couple hours, I think.
Yeah, this should be.
I think the fight might be like at shit, it might be like 12 o'clock my time, so it's not too
Hey,
bad,
Eldor,
man.
what do you think about this comment from BDA?
Hey, it's a tough fight, man. I'm not gonna lie, but we got to keep in mind there's a lot of money in Tim Tszyu. I don't think they'll let Hogan win if he wins on points.
Gotcha.
Tim Tszyu is the new cash
Oh.
cow of Australian boxing.
Oh.
It's like you think they would let Spence lose to Ugas on points in Dallas?
Oh.
Nah.
More likely not. No, I don't.
He got to knock him out to win, bro. And even so, like, I'm going to be honest, Tim Tszyu, they're so heavily dependent on him. It wouldn't shock me if they didn't drug test him at all, and they drug tested Hogan all up throughout the fight.
Oh shit.
Or
Precise.
throughout
Make a
the-
video.
throughout the
Zeus-
fight week.
Let's make a video.
Zeus gonna blast that kid, bro. You don't need to buy the pay-per-view. Just jack that motherfucker. Just jack that motherfucker.
Nah, man. Foxtel, they're looking at me, man, for some reason. Foxtel, they love to find all these people who stream their shitty fights.
BDA, I seen that. You don't want to see that. It was kind of disgusting.
Oh yeah, bro. Why you gonna watch that, BDA? Come on,
Oh,
man.
disgusting, bro.
Yeah. What's it called?
Oh shit.
He made out,
Get a
man.
leak.
Hulk Hogan got rich, dude. They tried to fuck him over some way. He came out on top. One like a
Was it with his wife or another chick?
Yeah. that's
No,
right.
it's another chick, I think. It's another chick.
Awesome. So he got his lady back. His lady was like cheating on him, but anyways, that's another story. I don't want to.
Oh well.
And she
got
picked,
it.
hey, you know, Durden, and she picked somebody that looks like the Hogan, but like a younger
Fair
version.
play then,
I
bro.
know. Nah, never mind.
That's fair play if his old lady was fucking somebody.
Yeah, if she's fucking somebody, why
yeah,
not?
that's fair play. That's fair game. That shit.
Usually it's the other way around, right?
Yeah.
But if she's gonna do
Ah, not always.
if she's gonna be the one that
No, that's some black and brown shit, right there, huh?
She's like the definition of a cougar, no? That lady.
She was, the daughter for one moment. There was a moment in my life where I said I would hit.
Are you talking about Brooke Hogan?
Yes, Hogan's daughter. I was like, man, I would
Oh,
hit.
she was pretty good. She's pretty good.
She's all right. She's a little square on the hips, though. She's like a little square on the hips.
Masculine for my tastes.
Yeah, that's why I said for one brief.
Oh, I
moment
like
in my
those
life.
masculine ones, bro.
Dirty likes it like that.
Shit.
Dude, I've been watching the women's NCAA fucking tournament and shit, dude. There's some they're big ass blonde bitches, bro. Fucking getting rebounds and shit.
Durden, you would have loved the COs in rehab if you into them swole bitches, bro. Because all them little fucking fruity tooty ass rug munchers, bro. They were not all of them. There was a couple of,
They gotta be cute though, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
bro.
These bitches.
Some of these basketball player bitches are cute when they can play a little bit, you know.
These bro. These bitches was fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter with fucking Carlo Gambino.
Oh, fuck that. Nah, they lick fucking
jacked. I'm like, the fuck out of here.
Nah, those are lesbians.
Yeah, those is. Nah, I guess not, man. Because. Man,
I hope not. I hope no man's hitting that.
Yeah, well, you know how people in jail and rehab get thirsty. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's true. That's true. It's like CO girls that are usually not that good looking. They get charmed easily.
I mean, I smacked one of them. I smacked one of them. Shit. Yeah. Fuck, I'm in here for 90 days or something. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I used to get the fine ones, Johnny, in the rehab. I used to get the best looking ones, and I used to be in a wheelchair too. And they're like, "Hey, how'd that motherfucker get that girl?"
So wait, you was pulling 5 holes in the wheelchair?
Yeah, I was pulling Jennifer, and people. Oh, is he paraplegic? No, man, this is fucking Gonzo.
My man Bobby from Illinois. He said, bro, because he got in a wheelchair for some shit, but like all his shit still worked and everything. He's like, bro, listen, when I was in that wheelchair, he said, I got more pussy than I did with my legs working, bro. I'm not even playing with you neither. I swear.
Some girls are freaks.
Here's how he worded it, bro. He was like, bro, I got a shit ton of sympathy pussy. That's what
girls will give you that. It doesn't mean they'll stay with you, but they will give you. They'll give you that sympathy. Head fuck.
I'm like, this motherfucking born on the 4th of July ass motherfucker over here.
Then later, when I came out of the wheelchair, I was using the crutches, And that's how the counselors figured me out. Oh, there goes Gonzo chasing Jennifer around. Then the other girls started noticing, man, if he's pulling that shit, they all started wanting to talk to me as well. They all wanted to.
Yeah. I was always the asshole.
You know how bogus the rehab, one of the rehabs was, bro. If you got caught smashing a broad, they'd give the girl the second chance, but they'd kick the boy out right away. I'm not even playing with you neither. How the fuck does that work, though?
It's the power of the dick, bro.
Yeah, man.
This is true, SSB. You're right about that.
I mean, bro, one of like the head motherfucker.
This is supposed to be a family show at midnight.
Yeah. At midnight. At midnight. It's supposed to...
Bro, I was just looking at right before you went live. I was looking at the guide on Showtime or some shit. There's some little half-ass porno movie called The Sexorcist. You can't make that shit.
I heard it's pretty head spinning.
Yeah. What when she comes, she's like the Exorcist.
Yeah, she takes crossing her legs to another level.
Yeah. Jesus. Fuck me. Fuck me.
Yeah, man. Minimax could be listening, guys. You gotta turn them down.
Wait.
It's 6 hours past his bedtime.
Yo, Minimax says some of the most savage shit I've ever seen on here, bro. Honestly, on these panels and shit.
If I wouldn't allow you guys talking like this if Minimax was here, I guarantee you that.
Bro,
yeah, you might say that.
Okay, wait a minute.
What about for 10 minutes and then like?
What about Coco? What about Coco? Oh, my bad. Unrivaled finish. My bad, dude.
Oh no, go ahead. You're used to it.
I was gonna say like fucking Coco and him are around the same age.
Shit,
like everybody lets Coco do whatever the fuck he wants because that dude's off the hinges.
Shit,
like Minimax has got good parents, doesn't let him fucking.
Yeah, I think Coco's like more of like a.
Coco's wild, dude.
I kind of got you gotta watch that shit, bro. But in the same breath. Hey,
I just hope. Hopefully, Coco. I wonder how Coco's gonna turn out when he's like a full-grown man, dude. He's already this wild and shit.
All right, I don't know if I should put this message up, but I hope I don't get in trouble for this. But check it out.
He's getting that pussy right now.
He could be. You never know, right?
He's like 15, 16.
I mean, I hope he's not.
I mean, why not? Why not?
You never know.
I mean, I started. That's the age I started that.
I mean, since the 70s, they've been making movies about teenage fucking having high school sex and shit.
Yeah,
so it's not.
Remember Kids? They're in the movie Kids.
Let's not get in.
Nah, before that, like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like there's a lot of 70s.
But I look at that movie Kids now, and I say, wow, what a crock of shit, because they were like making it seem. Do you remember the scene when the guy that the kid has sex with the girl that she was a virgin? Remember she was a. Remember that
the whole thing was to scare you about getting AIDS.
Yeah,
that's what that movie is about.
Say, Dirty. That's exactly what I was going to say. It was bullshit.
He said butterscotch, yo.
Butterscotch.
Yeah, that was a wild ass fucking movie. But I didn't do no skateboarding or that fucking goofball shit. Like it kind of reminded me of me at that age. I ain't even gonna front.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, a lot of California people in the 90s were like that. I think just 90s in general, bro. Like have you ever studied? I've done some shit like recently just as a nerd. Like I studied like all the high schools from 1900 to like now. But like the people from the 90s, honestly, dude, the 90s kids, anyone that graduated in the 90s were like the rowdiest, fucking wildest fucking generation of kids.
Well, that's
in American
true,
high
actually.
schools.
They're
crazy, dude. That's
kind of true because like the kids today are kids from like people that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and like I have a theory that they're the worst parents, at least in this. I
don't know. Maybe it's true. The boomers were like the worst. The
boomers,
the worst parents.
But
they were so privileged from their parents that they made the 90s kids like
Generation
so rowdy
X is
and
bad
crazy.
too. The parenting's
a little bit bad, but not as bad as the 90s kids. Like 80s was getting a little bit punkish and rowdy, right? Like a little bit fucking rebellious in the 80s. And then you got the 90s high school kids. They were just gang banging and fucking, like they were doing rowdy shit. Fucking when they're
that was me, man. But I never graduated high school. I only got a GED. Do me a favor, recognize. My
Me too.
tablet froze. I can't mute the mic, so I'm gonna drop off. If you can add me again.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
dude. I'm sorry.
You want me to do it through Discord? You want me to send it to you to
Yeah,
Discord?
because I'm trying to mute because I got the air con. It's hot as fuck here in the Philippines, even though it's raining. But I'm trying to mute it, but I can't because my tablet froze. So I need to go out and come back in.
Okay,
Yeah,
copy.
sorry to interrupt, Journey.
No.
Oh, no,
homo.
you didn't interrupt anything, dude. BDA's eating at the buffet.
Yeah.
I'm picturing that
I mean,
in
this
my
is what I
mind.
deal with when I talk to.
Even though I don't know what he looks like, but I'm picturing his hands getting a plate
think
at
of
the buffet.
Vladimir Klitschko. Same kind of face. He might be a foot. He might be a foot shorter.
Hey, whoa! Don't give too much out. You know, the feds.
Sorry. The
No.
feds. That's right. The
Vladimir
feds.
Klitschko.
Well, don't give him any ideas of what he looks like. You know.
Damn.
I mean, he talks like him. Just a different accent. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, we're throwing him off. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? Like, he I get you.
Who's seen this movie right here? Anybody's ever seen this movie?
Yeah, that shit was goofy as fuck.
I never seen it.
It was whack. Don't even waste your time. Shit was just weirdo shit.
Did you guys ever see Bad Boys with Sean Penn?
My shit recognize.
Yeah, man. That was in Chicago. That movie was filmed in Chicago. Yeah. That was a crazy.
That was my shit, bro.
Fucking, like this is like
what year did that come out?
Dude, in the 80s. 83, 84, I want to say.
Yeah, my pops put me on that one, bro. Pops, he's like, yo.
The guy, you know who was in that movie, Durden? The guy that remember La Bamba? Not Richie. His brother.
Diamond Phillips?
His brother.
Oh, I mean his brother.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude's on a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yo, you know the Puerto Rican kid in that movie that's got the beef with Sean Penn?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling, like, you know how he's kind of swolled up and shit? Bro, I'm telling you, that motherfucker looks exactly like my older cousin, bro. Exactly. He's Puerto Rican, too. Exactly like
that dude back in the, I remember back in the 80s, he, like, at least in the Spanish community, the fucking chicks liked him. I like him. I want to date him.
That kid?
Yeah, he was pretty. He was like almost Mario Lopez before Mario Lopez.
He liked to hang out in the neighborhood and shit. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He probably did. He was famous for a little while, and then he kind of faded out.
Yeah.
He's always did his movies. He got like smaller roles where maybe nobody really paid attention to him. He was in Paid in Full. Remember that fucking
he was the connect before.
He was the connection.
Yeah, he was what the fuck did they call him?
Fuck, man.
Lucky.
He played
Lucio?
his Dominican. I think it's
Lucio
Dominican,
or something.
Right?
Was it Lucio?
No, they called him. Like,
yes. He had like a girl's name almost.
Lucky Lucio, I think it was like his nickname. I don't know. Maybe we got to look it up. But I remember that movie, and then like that's how he got put on with the other homies because like that he found him dead, and then he like showed him like like, hey, and then he was like, oh yeah, diamonds and fucking coke. That's his game.
And the black dude took his connect. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He fucking.
When Cameron played basically himself, the kind
Rico.
The piece of shit.
Rico.
Everybody was like,
his name was Rico.
He was so good.
He was like, yo, stop showing your fucking porno videos, dog, and fucking in front of everybody, dude. You fucking,
remember everybody was like, oh, he plays so good in that. Like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. So
yeah, he played himself. He shot that dude in the ass because he was like complaining about not getting paid enough. And then like he's like, man, get the fuck. And then like, he was like, man, put the gun away, man. Put the gun away. Honestly, dude, like the main character, he's just like lost control of what like Money Making Mitch built before he went to prison and shit.
Well, that was based on stories, though.
But like like he was like he had like the connect, so that's why he had the power. But then again, he didn't have control of his army, dude. They were all just kind of
because he was, you know what it was? He was they try to do the movie of like he's the nice guy, he's the more reasonable person.
Because he kind of was, yeah.
Which
like
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true. I've heard different stories that he they're just trying to fit it in so people can like him in the movie. But if it's true, right? If it is true, that usually doesn't work out. Guys like
Man, you ain't no kilo flipping motherfucker without.
a guy like Rico, Alpo, whatever the fuck, the snitch.
No, like Rico and even Calvin before that, they were already in the game before.
They were
like,
already in the game, yeah.
He was already in the game when he was just kind of a 9-to-5 working guy.
Yep.
And he got tired. He got tired of the 9-to-5. Like he just was like, you know what, fuck this. You know, there's money to be made.
I thought it was good. I thought they did a good job in that movie.
And then he kind of regretted it, that what he got himself into. Maybe he was thinking to himself, fuck, I'd rather go back to just being a 9-to-5 guy than getting shot the fuck up and
he survived that shit, right? Remember that fucking
twice in the head, bro.
Twice in the fucking head, bro. Damn.
Yeah, it was like 8 shots or something.
And he still like figured out how to cross fucking Rico's fucking shit. Like he's like, all right, yeah, you want to do this? All right, yeah, I know some people.
Set his ass up.
Go meet up, bro. I know you killed my homie. That's what it was. Like he just kind of knew, you know. You killed Mitch. You know what I mean? He got greedy, bro. He killed Mitch. Mitch was all desperate to get his little brother out of fucking those guys that kidnapped his fucking.
That was such a right. Like that was so fucked up. Like the guys like.
And he's like, "Oh, how much that worth? How much that worth? Oh, all right, pop. All right." He's like, "Give me your fucking shit, homie." Like I know that's fucked up, dude. And he scratched him in the face, though.
Durden, that guy, he did like, what was it, 25 years or some shit like that. He's out, like, like making videos of himself and shit like that.
Bro, see, if that was the old days, they would have killed that nigga, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they would have killed
New York is. I'm sorry to say, it's soft. Bro.
He's probably but like how they did that Calvin though, dude. Was that realistic or not?
Oh, Calvin. Oh, you mean when? Calvin did get murdered like that. I guess it was
because he did fucking the main character dirty. I forget his name.
Is Cameron?
She called him
Ace.
Ace. Yeah.
His name's AZ in real life.
AZ.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's based on a real person or what?
Yeah.
Is that why did Dame Dash make that movie?
Oh, because he was playing like a. Dame Dash did that movie because I guess.
Well, bro, that's because that ain't some big Hollywood fucking movie that Harvey Weinstein's producing. Like, you got to find somebody to fund that bitch. Like, Sonny Francis, Michael Francis's dad, the real OG. He fucking he financed Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the old one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what was that famous porno movie in the 70s?
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat. Yeah. He financed both.
Fucking Deep Throat.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? If you really look at porn, if you look at porn history, like before there was like really no porn, and then like in the 72, early 70s, somewhere around there, they just hit you with the big name, Deep Throat, like straight up, here, Deep Throat.
Man.
No, but yeah, like Jet Kyle wants to know what we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about Paid in Full.
Yeah, you say recognize. You said Cameron's a fucko in real life.
Like, well, I don't think he was as crazy. You know, none of these rappers.
Maybe that was his industry role as a pop
maybe
star.
Maybe the rappers today are like that because they basically, you can be a rapper today if you have a fucking Instagram account. But no, it makes sense.
Yeah,
like, those kids would be
if you have a lot of followers.
Yeah. Right. But back in the days, especially in New York, most of those rappers were not. They were not. They were backed up by like real gangsters, but they weren't. Like,
what Cameron was a D-boy though, for real.
I mean, he was from Harlem, I guess. You know, I'm sure he knew all those dudes over there. You know, he was cool with all those, with all the guys that like street people know.
Because I heard the cousin was the real D-boy out of that little crew. The Zeke was the fucking one. But that's just what I heard. I don't know, you know. But
yeah, they had a lot of they have a lot of dudes that followed them. That I think they were the more legit dudes.
Yeah,
that's why they couldn't really handle a guy like, let's say, True Life.
Yeah, I got you.
He was too, because that kid was actually from the streets. Like, at least his brother was. I mean, him too, True Life too. But his brother was pretty,
There's a
scary person. Let's just put it that way.
There's a little Puerto Rican kid from Chicago right now. I ain't gonna holler his name, but yeah, he's with the business for real, like like when True Life was younger too, bro. You might have seen him, but I ain't gonna see,
Yeah, because you see a lot of these guys back then, they just went by the neighborhood they were from. So, for instance, Harlem is more known than the Lower East Side of Manhattan. But so you would think that if these guys were like really thorough, all of them, then more likely a guy like Jim Jones or whatever wouldn't be afraid of True Life, who comes from this little town in Manhattan that nobody knows about.
Some of them videos they posted on Jim Jones was the most hilarious fucking shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they were
Dude,
funny.
they just fucking robbed the shit out of dude and was fucking clowning on him for like a year. I'm like, damn, bro, that shit was funny.
And you know what's funny? Here's the funny thing that I knew the brother of True Life. He was good friends with my cousin. I have family that live out there. That's how I met him. Yo, you'd be surprised. That kid is incredibly smart dude. So I don't know what happened. Like I mean, I don't know what happened, but my brother was telling me, I would be like, how's Marcus? That was his name, Marcus. And I was like, how's Marcus doing? He's like, yo, that dude is crazy. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I can't even tell you all the stuff that he's getting. I was like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, but when I knew him when we were younger teenagers, maybe he always had that in him. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of like just being a smart kid and fucking having ability to, like, the guy has an IQ. It's not like it's sub. If I had to guess back then, knowing what I know about IQs, he would probably be in over 100. So it's kind of surprising that a dude like that just turned out to be, because don't get it twisted. It's his brother, True Life's brother. That's the real gangster.
I heard.
Yeah, it's him.
Even before I met you.
The lightest skin one. Yeah. He has 3 brothers. The one that looks more like a white guy. Well, he's more white skin. He's the craziest one out of all of them.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. What's it called? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, movies. I don't watch movies today, man. They're boring.
Nah, they garbage.
There's just too much. There's too much fucking narratives there.
Dude, even the shows like how HBO used to have like all the badass shows on, like they had Sopranos and Deadwood and all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah. These motherfuckers, man, I can't even. Every time they're like between programs on that motherfucker, bro, there's some new fucking series coming out about some fucking homo shit.
This is what I'm talking about, Johnny. I don't want to see these shits. I don't have no interest for like shows. We're gonna do revisionist history about a show that we knew, that we grew up watching, and now they're gonna add some homo shit. Like, fuck that,
bro. You remember when they made Vito gay on Sopranos?
Yeah, that's where it started.
Everybody was fucking pissed as fuck about that shit. And now, if you was pissed off about that now, you'd be, called.
Remember, American Me. Danny Trejo, who's I'm sure like a lot of people know who that guy. Durden, you must know about who Danny Trejo is, right? You're from California.
I know who Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo, the guy.
I know
with
who
tats, all the fucking tats all over his body.
He's a G, bro.
The dude.
That's like a guy. It sounds like a guy I played baseball with, man.
Between Mexico and California, after that movie, 10 people got killed. Edward James Olmos
almost got killed.
almost got killed.
Yeah, they whacked a bunch of fucking people.
Yeah, dude, they didn't like that shit. They didn't
because they because they had the fucking head honcho of the crew out there getting butts.
Oh, you mean about the movie?
Yeah,
about the movie.
That's pretty young, you know.
Yeah, because they had the head dude of the crew getting butt slammed by some dude in juvie, bro. They were pissed about that. I don't blame them though.
Yeah, they didn't like that shit. The Mexicans, the old school Mexicans who were like, you know, these guys are really, I still are, but
so who made the movie?
Pretty
we should
well
research that. Like who produced it?
Almost made the movie, third.
No, but like who put the real money behind it? Because like it takes a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know, but I forgot who it was, but yeah, Edward. They like basically.
No, you know what it was.
Because
I was just watching some shit on this not too long ago. It was one of the dudes, like not the first generation of the Mexican mob out there, but like the second generation. It was like one of the say they started off with like 10 dudes. It was like one of the dudes that came like in the 30s or 40s. You know what I'm saying? After it grew, he funded that bitch, and he's one of them that got whacked.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was like it wasn't like the first generation of the gang, but it was like one of the dudes from the second generation. Yeah. Like if it would be like
How do we know that story is not true though?
No, I don't. But I'm saying,
it's true. I mean, listen,
it's true. It is true. That's what I'm saying.
It could be true, but maybe
no. But I'm saying about the part of him getting raped, the reason why they killed the people or whatever. But like they're mad about it. But like, who's to say? Maybe they killed people because they didn't want anyone knowing that. Got fucking raped.
That's just shit you don't go out there with, bro. Like if they made, listen, bro. If they made a movie about Tony Accardo right now and they had that man getting butt slammed in the joint, yeah, there's gonna be some fucking hell to pay, bro. Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? When you go to when you go to prison, like gang culture, there's like, you know, I know people don't like this, but there's like structure of like the nuclear family, right? So you got the soldiers, they're like the kids. You got the middle guys, that's like the mom, and then you got the dads, the leaders. And so you take them away from that. You go into prison where it's random sometimes where you go. There's a good chance you're going to be a victim of something, whether you get your face beat up, you know, cut, you're outnumbered, or rape. And California back then, I mean, still does. California had one of the worst prison systems. I mean, violence-wise, like in terms of, you know, like violent shit happening, people getting killed. California is pretty infamous for that, you know.
I don't know. Durden can clarify this. I heard they lock you up for nothing over there, bro. Like you don't even do some little dumb shit and they'll fucking throw your ass in there for 3 years or something.
Yeah, they had that.
Yeah, but it's hard to get caught because so many people. Not enough cops to really get you.
What about that 3-strike rule? I mean, they have it in New York too. I mean, I know.
I don't know if they really have that anymore.
I don't think they ever did, because how many guys you've seen, and like they've had it in New York for a long time too. But I know dudes that I was like, wait a second, you have to be a 3-time, you know, loser. Like you've been in jail since like fucking, you know, 16.
You get your weirdos though that fucking do weird shit though.
You know what's key?
Well, I mean, you could be a weak guy, and you go to prison, but then you decide you want to turn killer because they'll back you up, even if though you're weak. They'll put a shank in your hand, and you put in the work. And I never been in prison in the United States like that. I did like a few months, but anyways, but then you get these long sentences because you get things added onto your crimes.
Yep.
I mean, that's why how people get caught up, right?
Hell yeah. That's how they just caught me up, dog. Fucking when we was on Thunderdomes the other night, the fucking cops was at the door. They got me on a bail jumping.
Because I figured if I was a weak dude and like somebody tried to like corner me, I would do some stupid shit so they could put me in solitary confinement. That way I can avoid all those things that happen in the prisons of the United States. But you know,
not a bad plan. Not a bad plan.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't even know if I have the energy to deal with fucking prison today. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
I'm just keeping it real.
Fuck
I
that.
don't even want to
That's
find
right.
out. You know?
Yeah, that's what when Johnny was speaking about rehabs, I said, nah, man, fuck rehabs. Fuck prison. I
yeah,
ain't got
fuck
the energy for that shit.
But there was some fine hoes up in that bitch, though. Both of them. I can't even lie. There was. There was. There was, man. Because, man, this dude's a slanging, bro. Got some nice little chick because they got money. Then when he goes to jail, you know, they out. They assed out.
There's a lot of fine hoes outside, Johnny. A lot of fish in the sea.
No, I
Just
know.
take a walk outside.
Yeah, but
get off of YouTube for a little bit and go outside and see a lot of fucking hoes.
Gonzalo sees some fresh meat. I remember one time he was on video and he was showing
Get
like
the fish. He wants you to get some Filipinas, is what he's saying. Let's get the Filipinas.
Oh man, these Filipinos.
Ain't that right, Gonzalo? The Filipinas in the sea. You gotta get them, bro. The real women, dude. My uncle married
That's also a
Filipino
vice,
girl.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a vice. Even in Tijuana, man, prostitutes. You can go your whole life through,
Oh.
like, living in hotels, sleep around with women, and the sun will go up and the sun will go down, and your life will be done in an instant. You won't even remember, like those, like the King Solomon said. All those things are, what did he say? All those things are, I forgot, man. It's kind of like recognized them, BDC, like Mark Twain, giving you stories. No, but
Need BDA
King
here, dude.
Solomon
He's the one
said.
that reads the Bible.
He said some very wise words. All those things there, the sun, they're not long lasting, man. They're not. And I'll tell that to myself because I'm kind of sick like that. I always want to be thinking about the girls, and I'm dwelling. But I got a wife now. I don't want to be thinking. I pray to God and tell myself, man, please. Now I got a son. Hopefully he survives. Please get these thoughts out of my head because I don't want to be living like this all the time, thinking that every time that my wife not looking. Sometimes I'll throw on like these dark glasses and I'll still be scoping out the girls. But every time my wife's not looking and she's not monitoring me, that I'm gonna go away and go, get some strange and shit. I don't want to be living like that, man.
Gonzalo, here's the thing, right, bro?
Let me tell
I was a womanizer for a long time, man. That's the story of my life.
I believe that.
But
That's
check
why
this
I'm
out.
here.
It happened out of
listening.
nowhere. It happened out of this discipline. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I see fine girls and I get tempted like any other man. Yeah. But I really, and I'm telling you, it came out of just nowhere. Just like, of course, I was always asking for, asking to have the strength to to stay away from that shit, so that way I could have my wife with my children and that kind of life.
Well, recognize. Let me ask you something, but not to me to cut in, but just I think about these things, and like last night I was. Could it be that maybe like your testosterone went a little down, and that's like I'm not joking.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't know. That's like what? Okay, maybe there's something to that, but like in terms of being sexually active, maybe I got it out of me, but I thought that I was gonna be one of these dudes going into 50, that I just can't stop sleeping with different girls.
Hey, recognize, bro. My dad's youngest brother, the one that's still alive, because he had two other brothers that both passed. But the youngest one, he got divorced when he was like 45. Him fucker's been on a tear ever since, bro. He's like now he's like 53 or something like that. He's like between me and my pops in age. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 30.
Hey, that engine's gonna fucking blow its head gasket pretty soon.
Yo, this man, he's flying out to Vegas and motherfucking Miami. I'm like, you.
You want it, right? You still got
going
that
for that world title.
Yeah. when you travel for pussy.
Like fuck that, bro. I'm 50 something. I ain't trying to get married again. I got the cash now. Fuck it. Why not? Let me enjoy.
He's like, fuck it. I don't care if I get a hernia and my fucking dick falls off, dog. I'm gonna fuck till fucking wheels fall off.
My kid's grown, bro. I don't, Fuck it.
Well, could it also be like, I mean, you obviously mature when you're getting in your latter 30s, early 40s, and then as your time advances, could also be that sometimes, okay, you'll marry this one woman if you were married before, like I remarried, that woman will take no shit. She won't take, like if you cheat on her, she'll leave you. And if you have a kid with that girl, that means that kid will basically be out of your life.
One of my
the way you want to raise them, right? That also can do something to do with that.
One of my cousins went to PR, and I guess he fucked a couple of hookers and shit when he was down there. He came back and he gave his old lady the crabs, bro.
Oh,
that's a true story too. That shit happens.
That'll happen, man. That'll happen.
I'm like,
ignorance and fear, not too like
hey,
irresponsible to
when
tell other people.
It started becoming embarrassing, right? Like this attitude of mine where I just had to fuck these different chicks. So one time I ended up banging this chick that my cousin knew. Girl cousin of mine. She knew this girl. She was younger. I'm like maybe 39. She was like 23, 24, maybe 25. And just that look my cousin was giving me, like, you're gross. Like that just changed my. I think that triggered something, like, because obviously, I'm her. I'm her cousin. I'm her older cousin, and she knows my situation. She's like, "What are you doing, banging girls? When you got a situation going on already." That situation right there, that shit made me say, "Man, I gotta stop this shit, bro, because this is crazy." Now I got my cousin looking at me sideways, like there's something wrong with me.
I remember like a year ago, bro. I told you I passed out at my homeboy's house and some crazy bitch like kicked the door in and all that at like 3 a.m. when we was both tapped out.
That was his ex-girl, right, or some shit like that?
Nah, yeah, he was fighting with her, bro, or whatever. Bro, this bitch I swear to God, it was like fucking Sharon Stone on Casino, bro. She came in ramming his fucking car in the driveway, bam, bam. Like, start fucking kicking on the door. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I thought we was about to get robbed or something, bro. I was like, the fuck is going on? It was like 4 a.m. and shit. It's like, the fuck is going on? He's got this big ass machete, and he gives me something. I don't know, a ball bat or a fucking pipe or something. I'm like, all right, let's go, And he's fucking, it's this bitch, bro. And she starts, I'm like, oh my God, dog. I was like, bitch, take your fucking little drunk, goofy the fuck ass up out of here, bro. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Get your dumb ass up out of here.
There's a proven fact that women in relationships react to violence more than men do. It's just that, when men do it, we obviously, there's a lot of force.
That's where the casuals come in. That's why Canelo has so many fans.
But see, I'm the dude that you call up when you're having one of those problems.
Recognize.
Yeah.
I want to say something because, like, I mean, yeah, obviously, it's about the sex and about, women. They're beautiful. They all come in different shapes and sizes. But you gotta love the one you're with, because as you're getting older, also as like a young man, depending on the type of character you are, it's all about the conquest too, the courtship, not just the sex, right? You gotta be like stimulated for somebody to let you know, oh man, they value me. I feel like the man. And she's entertained by my conversation. It's about the conquest too, right?
Yeah, of course. Listen, here's the thing, right? A woman can make a man feel like $1 million. She just does. The woman we've all been there. I don't care what any man says. A woman has the ability to make you feel like you're the fucking man. That's why you see men sometimes when they blow it, they mess up, or their girl cheats on them, whatever the case may be, they'll fucking react violently, like, holy shit, I can't, because she kind of knocked him off his pedestal. She put him on that high horse, and then she kind of kicked him off, and that shit hurts. That hurts a man who's not experienced enough to understand what's going on. It's just she lost interest in you. That's all it is.
But my homeboy dragged this bitch out of hey, this was straight out of Casino, bro. Straight up, dog. Then my boy dragged this bitch out the fuck. He didn't hit her or nothing. He just, you breaking my shit. He dragged her ass out and threw her fucking out the porch, bro. Get your dumb ass out of here.
And women, and I seen a lot of Mexican dudes, like older gentlemen, like when I was younger, they'll go to the bottle and they're like, guys are actually kind of weaker like that, right? They can go to the bottle, drink the liquor, and they will die. They'll kill because the girl broke their heart.
Forget about it, bro. Yeah. Dude.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have it happen to you sometimes. But
let me tell you something. I'll give you an example. What? when I broke up with my ex-wife, she dumped me. Right, I could be honest about it. She dumped me because she was tired of my shit, right? But when she started doing her thing, it was the end of the world for me. Even though I did it like fucking 30 million times, like, this fucking nasty bitch. Can't believe she did that to me.
They can make you feel like $1 million, and they can also make you feel like the lowest.
Makes you want to run people over. You know what I mean?
So it was kind of like
I'm just kidding.
They can also make you
maybe it wasn't your time recognized, something like that. Sometimes it's not our time.
Yeah.
Then later, maybe we're in a better place.
That's a good way to
That
look
at
at
the
it.
time had been okay.
Think about it, man. I don't care what.
Hey, maybe God was protecting you, bro.
I mean,
maybe.
Yeah,
could have been.
I mean, because when the tables are turned and a shady girl, when you thought she was good, does something bad to you,
bitch.
Man, that's the whole fucking.
That's why you got to get out of New York City and in Los Angeles, bro. You got to get out. You got to get out of the big cities. Period.
Hey, dude. What are you talking about? The privileged bitches, the dirty?
Hey, dirty.
No, I mean you got to get out of the big cities because there's a lot of hood rats in the city.
What did Kid Frost say? What did Kid Frost say?
I don't remember.
Your hoes in Los Angeles acting mad scandalous.
They might be.
That from American? He did Ain't No Sunshine.
It's hard to find a good bitch in LA, dude. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, big cities, right? LA's a big city. Or LA
I mean, if you do though, it's probably fucking. You probably fall in love. Find a good girl in LA, dude. Like you probably get sprung, dude.
Yeah, small town girls are getting poisoned by the fucking.
Anyways, but the suburbs, yeah, that's where it's at. Hey, you want some Filipina ass? Go to the suburbs, bro. Nah, I'm not even fucking.
Where do I go, Dirty, for that?
I'm just fucking around.
Recognize, and the reason I mentioned the courtship is you're getting older, that it's important. Because I'm married to and I've heard you talk about it, like not
my bad,
interracial
Gonzalo.
relationship.
You're in the Philippines, and my bad.
Yeah, it's my relationship with my wife. It's like we're not the same culture. So man, I kind of didn't know, and I was a little naive, but I decided to come here, so I can't really blame anybody. But I'm here now.
You're an ambassador, Gonzalo. You're like the first Mexican man to like go above and beyond and make love to a Filipina from California. Because most of Filipinas, they go for the white boys in California, right?
The older men, the older, like in the 60s. That's why they want to control the old guys.
But like you're a Mexican, you got a Filipina, and you're in the Philippines. Like you're making that boundary. You're crossing that bridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not only I'm kind of like on the younger side. I'm dirty. I'm on the younger side. I'm 42, but compared to
you're like a pioneer, dude. They're gonna write books
compared to the old motherfuckers that come here, man. And no disrespect, but some guys in their 70s come here, and the Filipino marry them. What do they expect? Like one guy that I know that's in the congregation of the brothers that belongs to my wife's religion, he died 6 years later. What did he expect? That he was going to have that man forever? No, that man was going to die. The Bible only said you live 70 to 80 years. He died at 76. So what I'm saying, what do they expect? That they're going to have this foreign dude live be here for a long time? If the guy's coming at 70, now how long can you live? 20. I'm 42. Not saying that I cannot die, because I always thought that I could die young. That because my lifestyle and just my body,
any one of us can die any day, man.
How do you say not my attitude, not my aggression. How do you say it? My body, because I have this thing about me that I get angry a lot. That could produce a heart attack. I gotta calm down in a lot of ways. But no, I'm still young. But yeah, it's a little different because I'm younger. But with that being said, Dirty, a lot of the Filipinas, they think they'll check the box. I married this guy that got a pension. He comes over, like the older man that I was speaking about, that they can control that guy. I'm going to take care of all the affairs. He brings the check. I take care of, because Filipinos will take care of you. No, but I want to be a live player in my life where I make decisions. The Filipino not going to control me. We got the language barrier. I want to participate. I want to have a reciprocating how do you, my relationship with her, I want to contribute. I want to feel like I'm valued, like I'm being not conquesting, but where she appreciates and she sees something to me that when she reciprocates to what I'm saying, but with the language barrier, it's hard to get that back to where she's saying, yeah, okay, I understand you. Like there's chemistry basically. And that's my problem right now. I'm confessing myself. It's kind of hard to have chemistry with it's not impossible.
Bitch, I'm a pioneer and I'm a fucking savage. What's up? Oh man, what's it called? I forgot what the fuck, man. I'm losing my track.
Nah, that's good shit, Gonzalo.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, beauty. Like if you marry somebody that's beautiful, oh yeah, that thing you can have chemistry. But you're always, if you're the hunter, if you're chasing her always because she's beautiful, she's gonna know that she's attractive. And even though like she's a foreigner, but you might have known a lot about her, but you just married her because she's beautiful, she's gonna start taking advantage of you because you're gonna be like pussy whoop, like the saying says, and then you're gonna give everything to her. Here's my money. Here's my thing. Oh, because she got a nice ass, she got a beautiful face, and but then she'll use that against you. She'll just say the right things at the right time. That you cheat. You're chasing her, and it can happen to the smartest motherfucker out there. I think my wife, she's not bad looking, but my whole idea of marrying her wasn't because of that. I just said I'm gonna marry a good woman because that's what I need to live. Because if I go and step into a situation that I'm gonna go be chasing that, like what I just described, I'm gonna die. And it was a conscious decision at the time when I was in rehab, and it was against my better thinking because my better thinking was, man, go find the fucking one that you want, like this and like that.
Fucking.
But I mean, that's just saying that you cannot be the real.
Dude.
You can be the real man and find the best of both worlds.
Gonzalo.
He married another Filipina. G Boogie did.
Hey,
G Boogie married a Filipina.
G Boogie, I want to introduce you to my
G
stream.
Boogie likes the Filipinas.
G Boogie's a man, bro. What's
Hey,
up, G
I
Boogie?
mean, like, why do like guys like Filipinas? Like, I don't know. I never got it. I had a couple chances, but I never took the chance.
Durden, I don't know how it is on the East Coast. I know y'all got a lot of Asians out there in the West, bro. But see, we don't got Asians like that out here, bro. Like I got some Filipino cousins, but there ain't Asians out here like that. I know there's some on the coast and shit, but they ain't out here like that.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Joe.
Recognize the Matrix, my brother. What's up? Love the live chat. I love it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna try to do it more often. I keep saying that, but I think I really mean it this time.
And to Johnny Boy, my brethren.
What up?
My paisan, you know what I'm saying? My ace boom boom. And to Gonzalo, my brethren. Love you, my brother.
Up?
You want to see?
Thank you, J Boogie.
Johnny, hold on.
Hey, sorry I went on a rant, man. It's just
Jesus Christ, bro. Hold on 1 second, dog. 1 second.
Well, don't call on Jesus Christ. Come on.
Yeah, don't say the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, because I'm sorry that I went on a rant, Johnny.
Don't say the Lord's name in vain. How dare you?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm plagued by these demons, bro. Sorry.
I already got him. Anyway, I already got him. Anyways, he said no girlfriend of mine. Bro, you want to hear some crazy shit? All right, bro. Not my grandmother, but one of her sisters, right? Like this was the old days, so okay. Her kids, which would be my dad's
Johnny,
first.
Can I interrupt for a second? I wanted to know who's the other person on the chat.
That's Durden. Don't forget Durden.
Durden, what's up, man?
Órale, ¿cómo estás?
Órale,
Holmes. Tú sabes la cosa.
Buenas noches, güey.
Pero tú sabes, tenemos a Mugan.
Hey, I think my paisan Johnny wants to comment. He's getting his Spanish in the bunch. All right, go ahead, Johnny.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
Fucking Gonzalo,
I don't give a fuck, bro. I still catch most of it. Like anyway, I'm like Canelo, bro. I just pretend I don't know what y'all saying. You understand?
No, we're just basically saying the basic, hey, how you doing, man? Having a good night? We're having a good night. All right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Don't worry.
No, we're not saying that. Who's saying that?
What did I say?
Who the fuck is saying get the fuck out of here?
What did I say? I say, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, asshole.
Yeah.
Say it in Spanish.
Well, get the phone. Bro, you gotta say it. I know what I mean.
Like
Hey,
this.
what is hasta payar me?
Who?
Move over there. Move over there.
Get out of my way, right?
Get out of here, yes.
Yeah, get out of my way over there.
Hey, Hey,
Fuck
Johnny,
out of
I'm
my
tired
way.
of looking at your. Hey, Johnny, I'm tired of looking at your face. Put like a thumbnail or something.
Suck.
Just kidding.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, Johnny,
What up?
tell him Bafangu, eh?
Yeah, brufacha putana. No, fucking oh,
Hey, that's very similar to Spanish. No, putana must mean
yeah,
puta, no.
yeah.
Yeah, like pinche güey, este pendejos.
Yeah.
Este pendejo.
Johnny, I'm tired of your hamburger face.
Yeah. A lot of
Put a picture on that.
You know what's funny, Gonzalo? A lot of people on YouTube are, but I ain't going nowhere though. That's the problem. That's the
In
problem,
a way that makes
bitch.
it a little interesting.
That's the problem though, motherfucker. Y'all can't get rid, not y'all, but all these other motherfuckers can't get rid of me as bad as they want to.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, I gotta say something now that I'm in that fucking groove. You came at me kind of hard the other day when I was speaking about the UFC. That fucking Nogano and Miocic will fuck you up.
No, I'm joking with you.
No, you weren't, Johnny. I can read people. I'm 42 years old. No, man.
You read.
I'm not even a fighter, dude.
Hold on, gentlemen.
It's like, look, you inject. Okay.
Sorry, Gonzalo. I got some people backstage. Just to let you guys know, they want to come on. I don't know who they are, so I'm taking a chance. I don't even know.
That's Durden's buddies, bro.
Do you need me to hop off for a
wait, I think this is sluggish. I think this is sluggish.
Hey, whoa! I have no knowledge as this as a general of the MXBC.
I'm just playing, dude.
Speak
Hey, by the way, MMA champ. He may say he's MXBC, but he is a fraud.
Listen, fellas.
Everybody.
The baddest man, the most hated man on YouTube. I just came. Hold on. Let me finish. That's just entered.
These biggest nemesis is right here.
And they can't stop me.
Wait. Hold on. What do you mean, OG? Listen, OG Boogie
is the man. But go ahead.
Wait. OG Boogie, you donated. How much was it again?
Way more than you. But go ahead.
No, but
I was there for that one.
Hold on. This is what I'm trying to say. When OG Boogie donated $50, I just so happen to have to leave, right? So
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, listen. Past is a past, all right? I forgive you, OG Boogie. But
hey, my brother, look, man. Look, I'll tell you like this. I'm a fair man. I didn't appreciate how some people come on and, but I know how people could be, and I don't want to say that I want to give a fair assessment of you, you know what I mean? Because I don't know you, but see, it takes a man to be on this show to be able to say what you said, and that's why I respect you.
Oh, no, 100%. I appreciate that. I don't know if you're getting the message though. I said when you donated $50, I dipped out for a reason because I couldn't really hang with that kind of money. I don't know if anybody got that joke though, because when you donated $50, I was like, all right, fellas, I gotta dip out. I don't know if anybody kind of. I don't think anybody.
You're a smart man. Slugger said you're a smart man. I don't blame you.
So basically, Slugger Sam, you're a one-upper. You're always trying to one-up people.
You see, this is what happened, Slugger Sam. You pulled out the 9mm. OG Boogie pulled out.
Hey, it ain't about the super chats, bro.
He pulled out the cannon. He pulled out the cannon.
Hey, yo, fuck the super chats, man. It's all about the content.
Yeah, that's right. We all bring something. Look, we all bring something to the table, man. All of us, everybody in this YouTube community that believes in the boxing and the things that we believe in, and it's a small community, even though it may seem like it's a big community, but it's a small community, and we appreciate each other, regardless if you can't give up. I knew you were messing with me, and I was messing with you in my own way. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I didn't want to seem like I'm boasting, but I make that Arab money.
Yeah, G Boogie. I was just gonna say, bro, don't feel bad about it, Sam, because G Boogie's gonna outdo everybody on Big Bag Tech Little Bang, bro. So don't worry.
No. You know what? No, it's not. I felt bad. I showed him a lot of respect because I was like, man, like most of the cats that come on YouTube, they're always fronting, they're always talking shit. Oh, I could do this, I could do that.
Yeah.
But this guy wasn't playing no games. Like when I was doing that $3.99, I was doing like $3.99, and he's like, what the fuck is that, man? I'm gonna show you some real bread, and he did it, man. So I show him respect for that, man. That's like
it's kind of like Durden said. It's about the content because this community is kind of toxic in a lot of ways. It's some piece of shit community, man. But I try to weed out them motherfuckers. I'm not perfect, but I'm protecting the people that I like, and you know I might not be perfect, but them guys, man, they're in my crew. I'm putting them on my boat.
Yeah. Recognize if John Gonzalez wants to hop on, I could hop off. I was just coming in and say what's good, man.
Hey, dude, you're awesome, man. You're an awesome dude.
Sam, I got
like
much love for you, my brother.
I like
Be safe out there.
I like when Sam calls in because me and him go at it, but it's out of fun.
Durden just hit the accent right there. He said, "You're an awesome dude, bro."
That's funny.
No, seriously, you're awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like, I like your spirit. You're good, man.
I appreciate that a lot, guys. And yeah, man, if Recognize makes some more streams, that'll be cool, man. I'll support.
Dude, he's like the OG, bro.
There ain't no drama here, bro.
I like his mantra. Like the other day, he called in. He said, "Oh, I ran like 2-3 red lights," but he was really like in his living room, and he went into the bathroom because you hear the difference when you go from one room to another. And then BDA, hold on, and BDA called him out. But I understand that because in the military, there used to be a sergeant. They used to tell a whole bunch of lies. Even though they were lies, he kept people interested.
Gonzalo,
I gotta give props to you though.
No, Gonzalo, on some real shit. I was in front because I don't know if you remember, like 5 minutes before that, BDA had to mute. No, for real. BDA had to mute me because he heard the car driving. Remember? He's like, "Yo, Slugger, sounds like you're driving." No, I like just real quick in case you guys didn't understand. I seen some guy hitting every red light, and I interrupted whoever was talking. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy shit out here," and I wanted to record it, but I couldn't catch him. He left.
You know,
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was running from the cops or some shit. I don't know.
Check this out, bro. I used to Recognize probably members I used to get on BDAs when I was getting off of work all the time, and I'd be driving home and fucking screaming at motherfuckers on the road, bro.
And then BDA be like, mute your mic.
I remember like a Pacquiao video or something. I was like going off on Floyd at the gas station. I was like, "The fuck you looking at, bro?" Yeah.
The funniest one, though, Sam, was when fucking Recognize was talking on the show. Next thing you know, you hear what? Yeah. Hold on, guys. I gotta argue with somebody.
And then there was another one when me and Recognize had the trivia thing, right? And they were like, "Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? He said he was gonna get off of work at 6. Where the fuck is he?" And I was like, I was in the chat for like 10 minutes, like, "Drop me the fucking link." And he's like, I'm like, "Motherfucker," and then I got on there, I'm like, "Motherfucker, I've been trying to get on you for 20 minutes.
Hey, Johnny.
The lady at the desk was a cunt.
Hey, Johnny, now that you got the camera on, bro, do me a favor. Throw a combination on the bag. Throw a combo.
Oh, shit.
On my own channel, bro.
He's too.
I
see
you got a bag. All right, nice, man.
I'm too tired for that. My hands. I can't even pick my arms up, bro.
No, Johnny, just be honest with us. You don't practice.
Jesus Christ Almighty, man.
What?
Johnny, be honest. You use that to do the cat fighting with, right?
You said what?
The boxing day.
I can't understand you. What you?
I said the cat fighting. You don't know what I'm saying. I'm talking about the way girls slap fight each other.
Oh, nigga,
I'm messing with you. But anyways, I'm out.
No, bro. I was in karate.
Hey, we love you, bro.
No, Johnny, you know I'm trolling you, bro. You don't fucking with
Yeah, no, I was in karate, bro. My dad.
Yo, no, on some real shit.
Yeah.
Johnny, you were talking about all those moments.
He's doing some good shit too.
I don't know if you wanted me to bring up the one. I don't know if you wanted me to bring up the one time where you really pissed that one guy bad enough where he punched a hole in the wall.
Oh, Mr. Arkansas.
Mr. Arkansas.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because I was like, somebody was in my chat. He's like, "Yo, something about." Oh, that's what happens with all these niggas, bro. You know who Mr. Arkansas is? He was talking shit about you. Blah blah blah. I'm like, nah, I don't know that kid. I don't know that motherfucker. Next night, he gets on a stream drunk as hell. You're gonna know me now, bro. You can't hang in the UFC world, man. You just know your boxing shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I covered both of them. He started punching shit in his walls. He was throwing dishes and shit. I'm like, bro, chill your fucking dumb ass out.
Was that She-Rock?
Huh?
No, his name is Mr. Arkansas.
Right. No, She-Rock, the material, the walls, the chalk wall.
We don't know what material is walls.
Hey, Johnny, Johnny, buy this is cool, man. Get a wrecking ball. Get a heavy bag 2 times the size of that one, like the one Mayweather had, like the Rocky Marciano bag, like a 200-pound bag, or get a wrecking ball, the round ball. But you know what's cool too? The water bag, the water bag. That's cool.
Listen, bro.
Yo, real quick, Phils, I'm finna hop off. All right, yo, thanks for letting me on. Recognize.
No problem, no problem, Slugger Sam.
Yo, peace out.
Good to have you on, man.
Gonzalo, I got lawyers to pay right now. I'm getting what I can afford for the moment.
No, yeah, because that water bag, I think it's expensive. It's expensive, yes.
Yeah,
the water bag is expensive.
They're all that bitch was $60, bro.
Okay. Yes, okay. I see what you're saying.
So, and I got lawyers to pay. So yeah, motherfucking
Exactly.
Yeah, I got to fucking pay off Tom Hagen.
Hey, dude, knock out Black and Brown for me, Johnny. You gotta knock him out, dude. If you don't, I'm gonna step in. If you don't win, I gotta fight Black and Brown. That's the thing.
It's fun to hit a punching bag. I want to do this myself because I had to change my gear over. But go ahead. This is not that important.
All them little goofies kept talking about that shit over the internet. They weren't serious about nothing, bro. If they was, he has my number, bro. He could have just hit me up at any time if he wanted to. He didn't. He fucking went and act like a kid. Stop it. Fuck out of here. He's got my number.
Now everyone, quiet. We have Johnny G. Johnny G.
Oh,
how you doing?
Hi, John.
Hey, guys.
We got Johnny Gonzalez. What's up, Johnny Gonzalez?
Hey, guys. Hey, how you guys doing? Doing all right?
Doing good.
Well,
did you just wake up? Did you just wake up?
I got the coronavirus, man.
Are you serious? You got it?
John,
really?
Nah.
That's fucking bullshit. There is no such thing as a fucking coronavirus.
John's tired from them bodies he had to carry off the pier earlier. That's what it is.
But it's true, man. Like the coronavirus in the United States, I saw the numbers on the YouTube. Because I'm overseas, I'm always interested to see what's going on. Maybe like 1 in 30 people or like 1 in 20 have got the coronavirus.
It's
somebody
not real,
you know
bro.
has got it.
It's bullshit, bro. It's all made up. It's all fake, bro.
Not saying that you're gonna die from it. You could have it, but not die from it.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I know. It's just like the common cold.
It's not made up. It's just overblown like a motherfucker is what it is.
It's a common cold, bro. It's like
it's just a common cold.
Like,
that's
you're
all
just
it
like
is.
sick. You like maybe have a sneeze or something.
Quite literally, there was 0 cases in the HSE for the flu during our winter.
Come on. That's
No,
bullshit.
quite literally, you can go and Google that shit. Ireland flu winter. There was no cases of flu.
And I doubt that very much, right?
Yeah, but
Mark,
they had a
like-
lot of COVID or what?
Yeah,
oh, of
probably.
course, yeah. You see, what happened was when COVID came, the flu said, "I'm up out of here now, boys. Peace. I'm just gonna disappear."
Yeah.
What's the HSC?
The health service. It's our health service.
It's their version of like the CDC, I guess, over here.
I don't know. That could mean fucking Hell's Angels.
Yeah, but it's bullshit.
The Hell's Angels. Remember that, Johnny?
Huh?
Remember that argument? Hell's Angels. That's a good one.
Hey, hold on one second, guys. It's bullshit. Here's why you know it's bullshit. Because how is it that you always have a number for the flu? Excuse me. You always have a number for the flu. That goes away. And there's this new number of COVID, right? And the COVID, sometimes to get tested for it, has changed depending on what bullshit's going on. So when Trump was the president, it was 50 cycles. Now it's 25 cycles. It's half of that. And so the numbers go up and down when they want it to, basically. It's just nonsense. It's not real. I mean, people do get the cold. What they're saying is, oh, when you have the cold, it's called coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? And even sometimes when you're not sick, right? Because of politics right now, we need it to go to 50 cycles. So we're gonna keep doing it until we find something. It's bullshit. It's BS.
Because people, like, in the beginning, everybody said, and this is a known fact, that the regular flu, people die from the regular flu. So obviously, this disease, people die as well.
Yeah, I mean, the people that are more vulnerable to getting sick, right? Like if you're
I
old.
just want to know where the flu went, bro. That's all I'm asking.
That's a good question. Actually,
I don't know how viruses and shit work, but I know when one comes, the other doesn't just fucking.
Mark is on
vanish.
point right now, dude. Like, where'd
That's
the flus
true.
go, bro?
It just
Where'd the
fucking
flus go?
vanished. It doesn't exist
So everybody
anymore.
dying from the COVID, but nobody dying from the flu, Mark? Like that? Something
Quite
like that.
literally, there's zero
Just like
cases
that.
in Ireland. There was 0 cases in Ireland this winter. Where the fuck did the flu go? I'm sorry, I'm not having it. We have 3,000 a year minimum. All of a sudden, it completely disappears. 3,000 in winter in Ireland.
So it's two of the same or one of the same? How do you say that? One of two of the same?
I don't know. I'm just saying the flu just up and left, man. That's all I'm saying. It just vanished. It's like, let's say, like, recognize, like, it is like sleeping with some woman's wife or whatever, and her husband comes home and he just ups and leaves. One man there, the next man leaves. That's not how the flu fucking is supposed to work. It's not supposed to be there. Coronavirus shows up and it takes a hike.
So, like, if you're a scientist, how do you test? What's the What's the difference from test? Sorry, Durden. What's the difference between testing from corona to the influenza? If you're testing somebody, okay, you got a fever, but then you got to say, oh, no, you're corona, but that's influenza. How do you decipher, distinguish the two?
Supposedly some respiratory fucking flu, right?
Well, the flu is respiratory as well.
Look, recognize.
That's what I'm saying, Durden.
Recognize. Thanks for having me on, bro. I got a bump.
All right, Johnny boy. Peace out, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. For real.
Hey, Johnny boy, take care. Eat a ribeye for me, bro.
Yeah. Johnny gonna start up his own live stream right now.
Huh?
You start up your live stream.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Or his bedtime. What time now?
Johnny boy, eat a ribeye for me, bro.
No, I gotta wake up. 7. I gotta do some shit. I gotta meet.
Tomorrow, cook a ribeye.
You're not even listening, Johnny. I don't really. What time is it in the United States right now?
1 in the morning.
You're not listening to anything, right? Never.
Fuck.
It's 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock for me. 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock for
Let me ask you this, bro. These are like these are just the symptoms, right? These are symptoms, right? I'm gonna ask you guys, right? Fever, dry cough, and tiredness, right? Most common symptoms. Less common symptoms: aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, conjunctivitis, headache, loss of taste or smell, a rash on skin or discoloration of fingers or toes, right? Serious symptoms: difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, chest pain and pressure, loss of speech or movement. Can anybody, now the serious symptoms, right? Can anybody tell me what that sounds like? The flu.
The flu.
That's literally, you take those symptoms, you copy paste it, and it's literally influenza. No, I get that there's more of that, but that's only in America, where for some reason you guys have 712 different symptoms. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening there, but these are the most
bullshit,
common.
Mark, is what's happening. Listen, it's the same. It doesn't matter what part of the world you live in. Your body is the same as ours. Right? We're gonna react in a certain way to certain sicknesses. Certain people will react better to it. What they're doing is this is just simple. What used to be the flu, the common cold, is now COVID-19, part of the common cold.
I disagree with that hypothesis, by the way. The flu, the common cold, they're not the same thing.
No, that's what they're saying. That it's part of the same family, right? That they're saying that it's within the same family, but this one has a strain that's just more deadlier. Right?
Well, according to what they said, it came from SARS. SARS broke into COVID-2, and then it mutated, which every fucking shit in germs mutate.
Every fucking virus
Everything.
mutates.
We evolve. It's just like humans. We supposed to be came from amoebas and then broke up and mutated and came into multiply cells, and then we next thing you know we're fucking human. Okay, but if you go by, that's the scientist said. Now if you go by the Bible, it says that we came from Adam and Eve. So okay, so you can either go here or you could go there, but to prove, you have to actually do studies on it to make sure what the hell evolved from it. So what's fucked up about it, in 1998, 25 years ago, they already had that shit, COVID, it kills COVID, on fucking Lysol cans.
And they took it away. Now
Yeah.
if you buy the new Lysol, and this is how stupid they are because people took pictures of it, the Lysols got redistributed back again to the stores, in certain stores, and you could buy them. They took away that in the direction section, they took away that what it can kill. They took that part away, that it kills the human coronavirus.
How about Mr. Clean? How about Mr. Clean BDA? That motherfucker, he killed that shit.
BDA? BDA is Mr. Clean.
No, I didn't say BDA. It's Mr. Clean.
You said Mr. Clean. You said Mr. Clean, Mr. BDA.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Damn, you're one of the same that recognize the show.
I'm the real man. Look, I'm not confused because I know why, but I'm just very confused on how that works. So, if any person on this panel can please explain to me, or any scientist can please explain to me, if you can get into it. Gee, Biggie, you're an engineer. That's a form of science. Can you explain to me how when a virus comes, the other one just fucking leaves? Can you explain that shit? I beg you.
It cannot be explained because that's just somebody from the politics that are gaining ground with a method that they want to feed to the sheep. And the most people that are educated, or should I say have reasonable thoughts and can decipher bullshit, you don't have to have a PhD in it. You just got to be a common man that has understanding and common knowledge. And basically, you'll know that they're finagling the numbers, and it's all bullshit. Is to appease one side of the politics compared to the other one. If you look at the historical factors of it, how one side used the scientific groups to be able to develop the vaccine, even though I don't think I won't be taking the motherfucker. I know for sure I'm not taking that shit.
Yeah, but even then, we're using the wrong word. Damn, motherfucker. It isn't like there's one vaccine. There's hundreds.
Yeah, it's multiple, but I don't want to say much. You know why, Mark? You know I don't want to say much. But look, me and Gonzalo been in the military. Gonzalo, how many vaccination they gave us while we was in the military? We didn't consent, but we had to take it, because if we don't, we won't be able to support our wives and all that stuff and our family. But then they kick us out, and then they blackball us for 40 years. And we won't be able to get a job in fucking McDonald's.
You get in line. I don't remember, but I know you get in this long ass line, and you sign something, and fucking all of a sudden they're hitting you up with 2-3 shots. I didn't count. Yeah,
that's just like when some of the soldiers taking the anthrax vaccination. We don't
recognize. Hey, I wanted to say something. Recognize is also an engineer, right?
Yeah, he's a mechanic.
Elevator mechanic. He's also an engineer. He understands.
Yep.
Anyways, go ahead.
this I agree with.
Oh, do not get me started on that fucking bullshit. That fucking bullshit. They're trying to introduce that here.
In New York, they're trying to make it that if you're gonna take the and this kind of like obviously affects me because I've been traveling back and forth lately, and they're trying to make it. I don't know if they mean domestically or they just mean foreign or it's everything. But
What are they trying to do? Vaccinate?
Before you
mandatory
hop on a
vaccination?
plane. Yeah, before you hop on a plane.
Yeah, so essentially what it is
Well,
they're stopping from travel, which will suit Jordan down to the ground, really.
Technically,
Hey, what? I heard my name. What?
I'm saying COVID passports helps you in your like pride against anti-globalism.
Bullshit.
High five.
Biden's got Hondurans coming in already, man.
From what I understand from the it's free to travel in the United States, but anything abroad that you have to take a vaccination, depending on which state is.
They're probably gonna make it like mandatory for us to fly in planes.
Yeah, well, I won't be flying.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Who the fuck is this? Stu Little's tight jeans.
Yeah, I saw that the other day on BDA when he sent the super chat, bro. While y'all were still talking, recognized you didn't notice. I saw the super chat. I was fucking gone, bro. I was crying with laughter for 5 minutes. You can hear it now. You can hear it now.
Oh,
of course I wear tight jeans. I'm an alpha male, yeah?
All right, since I'm here with like Recognize and Mark, so how's the BDA and everybody taking the Povetkin loss, and Stipe loss? Maybe mostly the Povetkin loss.
I mean, for me, it's like it is what it is. I think everybody's just I don't think
He's an
everybody.
old man. He's an old man, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least knock the motherfucker out before he retired, right?
Hey, Gonzalo,
we can't keep going. Yeah, we can't keep going on a. Thank you, Djibouti. We can't keep going on a roller coaster when one man loses and another man wins. I'm not saying that because of the skin color or because of nationality. It's just it's gonna happen. What we can. This is boxing. Like, well, I'm gonna kind of like make it a little bit more understanding for you guys. Josh Taylor Ramirez, and I'm a Mexican. Ramirez is a good fighter. If I say that if I pick Ramirez, oh Gonzalo, you pick Ramirez. In the BDA, there's a lot of people, and I can speak about the BDA because this recognized channel is part of the BDA. I think that I can say this. There's a lot of UK fans, and there's a lot of Mexican, because I noticed Mexican UK. So the energies, and I've been dwelling about that. Am I gonna even want to talk about it correctly? Where people are gonna be like, no, Josh Taylor, he's heads above Ramirez because he got 2 belts. Well, that guy got 2 belts, but I'm saying that dirt and not. I'm not trying to like say anything to you, but I'm just saying, man, this can get toxic all the time. How are we taking this? To me, I mean, he was the older man. He just lost. But Whyte's a younger man.
You really think the racial nationality part of boxing is toxic to the sport, or do you think it promotes it?
I think it promotes it more than it's probably. Listen, people could say it's toxic, but as far as I know, boxing always had this element of this territory, right? So if it's not race, then it's about countries. If it's not about countries, it's about hometown or the region you're from. You might get people to cheer for you more. So
that's all facts.
Right. So I don't really.
I would say it's just like race car driving, like Ferrari and Porsche, or it's Germany versus Italy. They race all. But it
was never all that. It's not all that bad.
Okay, but. Right, it's not, but like that's what I'm saying. Like there is like an ethnic, like cultural, like battle sometimes within soccer or boxing.
Yeah, it's in everything, bro. It's in everything. Look at ancient history. Look at all history. Look at current history. Somebody's always battling against somebody. Like it's like soccer you just mentioned. But let's say you have the New Zealand team. You got white guys in there, but they got also Tongans and other people that are from the region, but not from New Zealand. but and then they all have to do the haka. You know what I mean? So to intimidate the opponent. So
yeah,
it's always going to be that battle.
That's the Maori tribal. That's the Maori tribal dance, right?
Yes.
hey, Mark. I mean, how do you feel about Aston Martin being like the superior GT sport race car driving team in the world?
I'll give you my answer in a nutshell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drive an Audi.
Yeah. What country makes that one though? I forget.
Germany,
man.
Germany. Hey, but Aston Martin though. I mean, England. They got some good race car drivers now.
Well, some of the best race car drivers that they have from England actually comes from other nationalities as well.
I mean,
all racing does that. All racing does that.
I don't know where Aston Martin became the superior sports car. I thought Mercedes was winning all the F1s.
Yeah.
F1, yeah, but like the GT sport,
Nobody watches that outside of America. Though.
I'm into endurance racing myself, but
it's like this, Durden. Like, okay, if you can handle if you're one nationality and your fighter so happens to be like the way the same race as you are, if he loses, but you can really understand that, okay, you can take the defeat and there's a reason why he lost because the other guy was a better man. It's cool, man. It's all good. That's why sometimes I'm happy when a Mexican's not involved when two black guys are fighting or Europeans. I'm so fucking happy.
No, but that's the thing.
I'm so happy.
Like
I'm so happy because I can talk about it. But what I gotta understand, one more thing, Durden, one more thing. A lot of these Mexicans, they're A-siding these motherfuckers nowadays, and they're just elite fighters, and they're put in a position where they can beat the other guy. Not saying that they're always gonna win, but it's just one of those things, man. I cannot say that Ramirez is gonna lose.
That goes the way of the selling audience. That goes the way of the selling audience. We all know who the number one paying customer for boxing is at the moment. That is the Mexicans and Mexican Americans. Right. They dominate the market in America by a landslide.
Hey, Mark, it's just like, let me give you this analogy, Gonzalo. It's just like me watching in a house full of Filipinos that are family members of mine, and I'm watching Cotto and Manny Pacquiao, and it's like you, Mexican, you're Mexican by blood, but you live in the Philippines, and then you have the fight with Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's why I'm so happy. Look, when the Manny Pacquiao Marquez fight happened, the fourth fight, I was in the Hong Kong club in Tijuana, Mexico. I think when Jaguar called in the last time, I was in that bar. You got a whole bunch of Mexican cartel people, and that place. And one more thing, man. One more thing. I can appreciate a guy that's like the Mexican Slayer in Pacquiao because I love boxing. And I was rooting for Pacquiao that day that he beat Marquez.
I want to ask, like, when it comes to Pacquiao and Canelo, I know you're a big boxing fan, Gonzalo. You're a Mexican. Canelo means a lot to you. You're in the Philippines. Pacquiao means a lot to you as boxers. If it comes to the two boxers, like, when it comes to that, who do you think is like the better than the other? Or what does one have to do to beat the other guy's career?
Canelo doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but he means a little something to me because I met the guy when he was a teenager. So for him to have improved from now to then tells me that somebody that is a strong dude with a good chin. He was never limited because obviously he's excelled and improved himself. That means that put into perspective that any human being, I'm old man, why cannot achieve because I love boxing. I always had the fantasy that I was gonna become a boxer. I didn't. I went to the military. But for somebody like Canelo improve tells me that, I mean, yeah, man, fucking credit to him, dude. He tied my friend when he should have lost in the Tijuana Auditorium. But this is like 20 years from the guy has gone better and he's proved something. But Pacquiao is a little different. Pacquiao's you can't really compare their careers. If I were to speak about it right now, I'm gonna take a whole lot of time. But you guys are experienced and you guys know boxing yourselves, so I don't even have to go into that. But I
Hey,
was saying,
He has to do a lot.
Canelo means something to me. Canelo means something to me in the sense. And real quick, I'm just gonna say this concisely. If a common man can improve in some way or another because he's strong enough, but he just has a desire to do something, he can obviously get better. But I'm not saying that he's an all-time great, but I am interested to see when I met him to where he was that thin to where he is now, he has improved.
He has a lot to do to get past Pacquiao's resume, bro. A lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Hey,
mean,
recognize.
yes, sir.
Did you saw?
Is that right? Is that right though, dude? Let's stop right there. Like, Canelo has
wait.
more to prove to beat Pacquiao's career.
Yeah, he has quite a bit to do to beat
Really?
Pacquiao. Yeah.
What more? I'm not saying I'm more of a Pacquiao
Well,
fan myself.
he needs to multiply the amount of Hall of Famers he's beaten by 4 to tie Pacquiao. Then he needs an extra 9 champions to equal Pacquiao. In terms of weight divisions, he needs an extra 4 to equal Pacquiao. And in terms of top 10 opponents, he needs another 29 to equal Pacquiao. He's got a lot to fucking do.
Can he do it though? Is his fame and stardom? I mean, he's already done it to Kevin Smith and everybody in the light heavyweight division. He's like demolished the light heavyweight.
But to equal all of that, Jordan, to equal all of it, the reality of the situation, if he were to really equal it, means he needs to go through 4 more weight divisions and become a champion. So he needs to be a champion in the heavyweight division. On top of being a champion in the heavyweight division, to equal Pacquiao's like overall resume, accomplishments, achievements, he also needs 29 more fights, and they all need to be top 10 opponents.
Yeah, but it's
you
not
realize
Canelo's
how crazy that is.
It's not Canelo's fault that he's a little bit bigger, though.
I mean,
he
we're
has to
talking
move
about
up so
equaling
much.
his resume, right?
I'm going to say one thing.
Boxing has
Jordan.
small. Yeah.
I kind of know where you're going at, and I'm not sure that you're going that route, but I can say one thing. Canelo's defense is really, really good. The way he carries a high guard, parries punches, slips, rolls away from the shots, get into position and make fighters think what they're going to throw. And now in these later weights are having him to be a fighter that a lot of people think, oh, everybody that faces him, it's going to be a hard out, and you can not see that somebody can clearly beat Canelo. But nonetheless, he had close fights against GGG. He hasn't faced fighters other than this Callum Smith relatively to around his age. You could consider that maybe he lost 1, but he could have lost 3 or 4. Who is his defining win? There's a lot for him to prove. I'm not saying that now, like I said, once again, that our Modelo fucking skin, that high guard, that it's not going to be a hard test for anybody to beat. And I'm saying I do believe that defense to penetrate that, it's going to be really hard. And that's what, because he got good power. He got not, I'm not going to say he's a Julian Jackson. He got good power to the body when he get hurt, that it's going to be hard for 68 pounders and 60, and even some 75 pounders to beat him. And that's where it lies in to me, that's where it kind of gets a little dicey. He can carry himself well.
That's the thing, though. What if he starts beating cruiserweights?
That's too much, man.
What if he beats Usyk?
I mean,
that'd be a huge win.
That would be insane if he beat Usyk. I would say that. I mean, especially if he beats Usyk, going up to heavyweight, and Usyk is still doing his thing.
What if Usyk's coming off a loss against a big heavyweight? Maybe he beats Joe Joyce.
Jordan, I'm going to tell you why he cannot do that.
Maybe he fights another big boy, but Usyk gets knocked the fuck out. And then
I'm going to tell Jordan, I'm going to tell you why he cannot do that. This is important. I'm going to tell you why he cannot do that. And I'm just going to tell you why right now. Because he doesn't have a high output. If he gets bigger, he's going to throw less punches. And this is the important thing. And I said, I'm going to tell you why. He's going to spend a lot of time blocking to block the heavy puncher and a bigger man to try to throw 1 or 2. I saw him sparring against Frank Sanchez, the Cuban guy that's not an elite heavyweight. A lot of the times, I know he's sparring and he's only practicing his guard, but he's spending a lot of time blocking against a bigger man that he's only going to get 1 quick second to throw 1 or 2 counters. Not even punches in 2. He's only giving 1 shot to the 1 punch against a bigger guy. He cannot win throwing 300 punches in a fight against a cruiserweight.
Hey, I don't know if I agree with the Quags.
Dirty.
I honestly don't.
Check it out.
But did you get what I said, Durden? Did you get what I said?
Yes, sir. I did get everything.
A lot of energy blocking and throwing 1 punch at a time. He's only at cruiserweights only going to throw like 300 punches.
And these cruiserweights are big. These cruiserweights are big. They're bigger than before. Like if you look at like the WBO world champion right now, he's 6'5", dude, with like an 83-inch reach.
Yeah, and he's tough, and he's gonna freeze up holding that high guard. That he's gonna compress his body. He's gonna spend a lot of oxygen holding that core tight. That when he releases that oxygen,
can Canelo win a heavyweight title?
No,
in this lifetime.
No way.
Not with the current landscape. No, I don't think so.
No.
Do you think they'll push that for his career?
They might. Let's say if they.
They might. Let's say
if Usyk. Real
I
quick,
think
Mark.
he could. I think he could win the regular title right now because Trevor Bryan is terrible.
Mark, what do you think about this? What do you think if? What do you think was once the belts break up? Right, once that first fight happens between AJ and Fury, and the belts become available, and I can see them pushing for a guy that's smaller.
Based on where the landscape is right now, right? If he wants to go for the WBA title, he would have to go through either Hrgovic, who's high in the rankings.
Yeah.
Who L Dog is very fucking
right.
fond of.
If it was the IBF, he'd have to go through Hrgovic, Hunter, or Wilder. If it was the WBC, he has to go through. That's as if Joshua and Fury just disappeared, right? Like just hypothetically, and these titles all went. Then with the WBC, he has to go through Dillian Whyte or fucking Wilder or Ruiz. And then with the WBO, he'd have to go through Joe Joyce or Alexander
I can see Canelo knocking White out.
Are you being serious? You think? I don't.
Look, Canelo's got a great chin. I think there's a possibility Canelo could die if Dillian Whyte hits him.
Yeah.
They hit different heavy, bro.
He's a little man. Like those are. Look, what this is how I'm trying to say this the right way. Canelo. It almost seems unreal what he's doing against these guys that are much taller than him, but you give him credit for doing it. I can't even imagine a situation where he goes up to cruiserweight and fights that Usyk, that fucking Breedis, Dorticos, and he fucking dominates these guys. I'd be like, wait a second. What I'm watching is defying logic right now. I almost feel that way.
Right, Precise videos will be going on fire.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying it because of the Precise. I mean, yes, Precise will probably have something to say about it, whatever. But what I'm saying is that when I look at it, it's like, I can't believe this 5'7", 5'8" dude is just fucking tagging up this 6'3" guy like it's nothing.
I can't believe we're trying to have this conversation.
No, but it's real. Like Canelo's just blowing up. Like, where's the limit for Canelo? Like,
I would say his limit was found when he went to light heavyweight, and I think after 168, that's where
okay. So where is he gonna start ducking? Where's the criticism gonna come?
Well, he's already cherry picked. Like he's not. Look, ducking is too harsh of a word.
He's already been ducking, yeah.
But he's making sure he's fighting the right guys. I mean, okay, you felt confident enough to beat Kovalev. Why not Bivol? Why not Beterbiev? Yeah. And you could say, well, look.
Beterbiev is very boring, but Canelo would probably win that fight.
No.
Because he's more exciting. He's more exciting.
No,
he's more exciting. He has a bigger but he has a bigger fan base. And like how judges are, like they cater to that Mexican fan base and etc.
But that's if he goes the distance with Beterbiev.
It's if Beterbiev even signs the deal.
Well, first of all,
if they were to fight, Canelo has to go the distance with that cunt.
He can though. Canelo's on clenbuterol. He's got that steroids fucking.
It's not about fitness or anything. It's about his skull not getting fractured.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
won't though because Canelo's got really good fucking head defense.
Hey,
He dodges
can I
punches
tell you
very
this,
well.
Durden? If Kovalev was a prime Kovalev that didn't need money, do you think the fight that he had with Kovalev, if this was a prime Kovalev, you saw how easy Kovalev was tagging him, right? And he was pity patting him. Since when you ever seen Kovalev throw pity pat jabs like that?
Since he was
Since when?
dehydrated.
I'm being put in the corner.
Since when?
I want to say that Kovalev took that fight. Like he threw it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Okay.
that.
Well, let's put that aside. You saw the fight with Kovalev and Canelo. You saw how many times Kovalev was just pat pat. Every time he wanted to, pat pat, pat pat, boom. He threw his punch, his right punch, like, oh, here you go, boom. And now, if that was Bivol, and Bivol don't punch as hard as
Bivol's
Kovalev.
not as strong.
He's not as strong, but he's gonna trust me. He's gonna pepper him. He's gonna hit him.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah,
I'll put
gonna-
money on that. Canelo will kick his ass.
no, I'll put money that Bivol will outbox the shit out of
He
Canelo.
won't. I'm gonna
And
tell
if
you what.
he gets in the ring-
I'll tell you what. I'll outbox Bivol right now, bro. I'll tell
Look,
you that shit.
If he gets in the ring,
What?
Bivol's got weaknesses I can see fucking beyond belief.
Strong claims. Hold on, time
Bivol
out.
has Bivol has weaknesses that I've fucking seen, and Canelo
Can
will
you-
expose
can
that.
you explain them to me?
Reynoso's a genius.
Bivol
I
destroys
can
Canelo.
actually. It's instinctual, like ant fucking like insect instinct, but I can't articulate it in human words. But I think Canelo will outsmart that shit and his whole team.
I think Bivol will destroy him.
Me too.
No, he won't.
Wait, we got some new people on the panel. Virtuoso and
Canelo's kind of. I mean, Bivol's kind of weak, man, with this little fucking weak
Gonzalez, I
ass
think.
stiff fucking movement.
Nah,
It's
Brandon.
not really that impressive, man.
Well, it's mostly top heavy. Not he's not really that light on his feet. So, that's
Yeah, you got
that's
punched in the
I
middle.
don't see any way of any modern boxer surpassing Pacquiao.
Hey,
No,
what
that's
up,
true.
Brandon?
That's true, but I don't see Bivol surpassing Canelo's head and foot movement and combination.
I don't know
skills.
how Canelo's going to deal with Bivol's foot movement, head movement,
Yeah.
combinations, lateral shifts, jab, timing,
He's
and
not.
rhythm
He's not as good
shifting.
as Canelo. He's not as good. I just don't think
Uh,
he's as good.
That's subject to opinion, right? So we can
Yeah.
we can
It
give
is. We
subjective on-
have to wait and see.
We can-
But
Yeah,
I don't think.
think-
I really believe Canelo's better.
I genuinely believe Bivol is the most technically solid fighter on the planet right now.
I think
Overall,
he's too stiff.
based on what I've seen, I think it's Gonzalez.
stiff.
I think it's Roman Gonzalez.
what does
I
stiff
think he's
mean to
very
you?
stiff with his upward, inward movement. Like you can, I don't know. Just feel like you can fuck him
Well,
up
like
with
he's not
like a
good?
lot of aggression, like it and throw him off.
Mm.
And if he ever fight, Canelo ever fight Beterbiev before he gets too old, if he fights him now, Beterbiev is going to beat the shit out of him.
Canelo needs to wait until he's
No, he won't
40,
because
49.
Beterbiev doesn't really have any spark that Canelo has. I think Canelo's the dominant guy in the fucking.
He don't have
Damn,
any
bro.
spark?
Nah, Canelo's not that good, man.
What?
He kind
don't
of
have any
is. No one's gonna beat
He's
him.
not
Right
James Toney.
now. No one's gonna beat him. Like
Definitely
who's
not
gonna beat Canelo in the world right now? Like who's gonna beat him? Nobody can really beat him. Even the heavyweights. I don't even know if anyone in the heavyweight
Come on,
division
you
can beat him.
controlling now, dirty. Dirty.
No, I'm serious. Like Canelo can't lose, bro. He's like too famous. He's too cool. He's too fucking swift. He's like he just can't lose, bro. Like he's not gonna lose.
Okay, I got one for you.
Sound like you're fine by
Anthony
my
Joshua versus Canelo. Who wins? Who wins, Dirty? Come on, Dirty.
If it goes 12 rounds,
Yeah.
I don't think Canelo knocks him out. But if it goes 12 rounds, he might get a split decision.
He might. I know I recognize playing that card because AJ actually grosses more money than Canelo does.
That's true. I think.
How about this? How about
Does
this?
he, though?
How about Tyson Fury versus Canelo?
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know,
Tyson
man.
Fury versus Canelo?
What do you got to say about that one?
Do you think they'll make that fight?
That's the Mexican cartel versus
I mean, you're talking
K9s.
about a guy who's a whole foot taller than him.
More.
More.
A foot and 2 inches taller.
I don't know if they would make that fight. You know what I mean? I think Canelo might make an excuse saying, I don't need to fight someone that big. You know what I mean?
You mean like he'll
I'm
beat
pound for
Joshua and
pound,
then he'll be
number one.
like, he'll beat Joshua and then he's like, nah.
Maybe he'll beat Ruiz. Can he beat Ruiz?
No,
but
Canelo Ruiz.
I think Ruiz. I think if they say just go for it. I think Canelo ends up in the hospital.
Really?
He'd be in a coma.
If he lands, like Canelo's gonna. I think Canelo can
Listen,
get
he
knocked
reminds
out.
me of those tough.
I think
Mexicans.
Canelo can get knocked out, but I almost think like at the same time,
He
like
reminds
he's
me of
very
those tough
protected.
Mexicans that would fucking clean out a bar and Canelo.
Look, I got this much faith that if Canelo goes to the heavyweight, he can't even beat Deontay Wilder.
Nah, he's not.
He might be able to.
Okay, what about Canelo versus Mike Tyson in his prime?
Oh my.
No.
What do you think about that fight, guys?
Canelo goes the distance, bro. He's too cool and slick and like, he's so
I
cool.
don't know about that,
but you know
no,
something.
but the
Mike
heavyweight division's trash today.
Canelo's head
Tyson-
movement and his chin, he just absorbed
Mike
all
Tyson
the
thinks that this is what Mike Tyson said. You know, Mike Tyson's a little out there sometimes, but he thinks that Canelo could win a title at heavyweight. That's what he thinks.
He'd be
I
like,
think Canelo can. I think he really can.
Shit,
I mean,
if
not
John
saying
Ruiz-
legitimately. I'm not saying
if John-
legitimately. I think he will in our lifetime. Before our lifetime, I think we'll see Canelo with a fucking heavyweight title belt. And we will all be smoking bowls or getting drunk or whatever the fuck we're gonna be doing, going, what the fuck is happening? We're all gonna be tripping out, but that's gonna
like
happen.
Roy Jones going up to the heavyweight, beating Ruiz, and then going back down and getting knocked out by fucking Tiger.
Canelo's greater than Roy Jones Jr.
Oh my god.
He might have
He is cooler than
I think he is, dude. I mean, just look at him.
Fellas,
I mean, you think Lomachenko's a good boxer, right?
On that note, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I'm gonna go and get myself some.
I mean, Lomachenko's gonna come back.
Thanks for
Later,
stopping by,
Mark.
Mark.
Oh yeah, Mark.
God bless.
Piss Mark off there then with these Canelo.
Well, I
Canelo
mean, Mark's in Ireland, so it's like way later than it is here in the West Coast. So it's only 11:30 p.m. here. So
well,
I'm pretty sure it's like
West Coast, bro.
Yeah,
Ireland
we're still awake, bro.
Ireland is, I believe.
Hey, Leprechaun's got to get that gold early in the morning. You know.
It's like-
Now,
it's
wait, what do you think about this comment, Durden?
What?
Oh, yeah. What do you think about that?
Laugh out loud. Roy Jones is way cooler than Canelo. No, he's not. Canelo's actually way greater than Roy Jones ever will be. Roy Jones is a wannabe.
He was great, man. Roy was great.
At one time, Canelo is going to be great for all time. So there you go.
Well, yeah.
So you think Canelo? You think Canelo will ever?
I think Canelo's like beyond Michael Jordan compared to boxing.
Okay,
so you saying he's beyond Manny Pacquiao then?
Yeah.
As far as the market goes, yes. I think Manny Pacquiao is my favorite. He's my favorite boxer of all time. He's my favorite boxer. My personal favorite boxer is Manny Pacquiao.
Mine too.
But like as far as marketing ability and all that, Triple G is my second favorite boxer. By the way, more than Canelo. I think Triple G beat Canelo twice. Okay,
Yes.
You can call me crazy,
I agree.
but I'm saying a marketability wise, Canelo is the man. There is no he's more than Floyd Mayweather. He's gonna be the man of boxing of all time.
No,
No, Canelo is the god of fucking boxing.
no, bro, no. He
No,
ain't even touched.
he will be. He's not even 30 years old yet. He will be the man
He is 30.
of boxing.
He is 30.
Yeah, he's
He
30
will
now.
be. No, but like, wait, dude, he's gonna be the man of
He only
boxing,
got
I know
dude,
what
for
I
all
know what
time.
he's trying to say. He's trying to look what Durden is saying is
I'm
that there
saying,
is
I'm
this
saying what they
goal.
want to plan.
Well,
I'm not
yeah,
saying
this
what
is
I
the
want.
plan.
I'm not. It's not what I want,
It's the
but that's
plan.
what they want.
Yeah, it's the plan. There is this for like all these fighters that they can market. I'm sure they want them to be the greatest ever, so they can keep making money off of them, basically. You know?
Yeah. Well, he if you look at it, he took the Floyd Mayweather method and ran with it. That's why he's not making
Exactly, and
as much.
He's gonna take it above and beyond where Mayweather fucking left it.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
because you got to look at growth and what do you call it? You got to look at
Even though he lost to Mayweather, he's literally gonna make more money than Mayweather off of that loss.
put it this way. In career wise, he have to make over $1 billion to be able to catch up to Floyd and Pacquiao. And then
He's already gonna get there, trust me.
To be able to catch up to Pacquiao's record, like Mark said, he needs 29 fights. He needs win 4 of the weight divisions. So he's in 168 now. You got 168, 175. And
Do you think Canelo cares about that? Do you think his fan base cares about that?
I don't care what they say.
They don't care about that. His fan base don't care about that. They care that he's a Mexican and he's representing their people.
Right.
They don't care about all that other stuff.
I understand that. That's all. That's national pride. But yeah, I understand that. I understand the concept, and I understand that he used the blueprint of Mayweather. Also, when he. That's why people say now he's the A side. He's using diva tactics. Yeah, he's basically blueprinting what the same thing what Mayweather did. Never fought anybody. He fought his hard fights earlier. Okay, why do you think he aged Triple G? He knew he couldn't knock him out. Reynoso's knew. They said, "Yo, don't stop trying, bro. This motherfucker is a rock." Okay, now imagine a younger Gennady Golovkin that's out there in this world within another 2 years, 3 years, and he goes to fight that, and he thinks, "Oh, I got this because I'm the A side." Next thing you know, bah! That motherfucker runs into a haymaker.
There's a guy named Melakuzia.
The fight wouldn't happen because there's too many experts that know that what's going to hurt Canelo.
That's true.
Virtuoso, what do you think about all this
expert
Canelo stuff?
matchmaking?
Listen, I think the greatest method is that you really have to take the the Tanya Harding approach to Canelo Alvarez. You gotta hit him in the fucking kneecap before the fight begins. I can't believe no one has ever tried
I'm telling
that.
you right now, the guy's never going to lose again other than Floyd Mayweather. The guy will never lose again in his life, even if it's a heavyweight fucking fight.
What do you think about this Kung Fu, Brandon? Somebody that could
Wait, what happened?
Oh wait, before you go to Kung Fu, man, I want to say this about going up to heavyweight. I think the guy he could beat within 1 round, and this is low hanging fruit, is basically David Price. That's it.
No, Canelo can beat people. And if
I'm interested in
beats
hearing
a
what Kung
Coley?
Fu Brandon has to say.
He doesn't have but
About
Durden,
Canelo?
he could probably beat Povetkin and Whyte, dude. He probably can though.
Dude, he's so invincible. He can't even lay his hands on you.
No, but as long as you don't get knocked out, you win a decision. That's a good compromise.
Kung Fu Brandon, go ahead. What do you have to say about this
Canelo
madness?
The only fighter, like, what fighter could I compare him by the end of his career?
It's only heavyweights, man. All you can do is pick heavyweights that can beat him.
I'm saying, like,
it's the only people that'll beat him.
What's an all-time fighter that's comparable to him?
Canelo is
Roy Jones.
Clubber Lane.
Roy Jones?
Yeah, maybe, Roy.
I don't.
I mean, like, well, what are we gonna say, Andre Ward? But like, Kovalev beat that guy fair and square. But like, people are like Andre Ward, bro. You know, like I don't know,
Andre
like what do we?
Ward.
I mean, Andre Ward's a bitch. Like,
Yeah, I guess
Canelo.
Canelo is like an Andre Ward.
I mean, he beat Canelo Alvarez. I mean, he beat Kovalev. Like, even though I think Kovalev took a dive, but I think I mean he beat him in a better way than fucking Andre Ward fucking beat him.
Yeah.
It looked more clean than fucking the way that fucking Andre Ward win. Andre
Yeah,
Ward beat him by like
Canelo is-
fucking like Tony Weeks is like, oh, I'm gonna wave it off because you're getting socked in the balls and you don't want to
Technically, he
fucking.
did stop him in the second fight in the 8th round, so you can't take that away from Andre Ward. Technically speaking, even though
No,
we
but
know that.
Canelo had a bigger win than Andre Ward did.
Yeah, Canelo actually knocked him out.
Yeah.
Clean without low blows.
Canelo is the Clubber Lang. He's like, hey woman, we don't come over here and be with a real man.
Canelo's not like that though. He's actually a nice guy, I think. And I still think Triple G beat him twice. That's for the record. I still think Triple G beat him twice. But I still think Canelo's a very good fighter. That's what makes Triple G so great is because he barely beat fucking Canelo twice.
Hey, you know what the irony about that, Durden? I think Triple G, I mean, he's been a career middleweight. If he would go up to 68, even 75, he would fucking throw some heavy bombs. But the thing, now that he's older, because he spent a lot of time in the amateurs, he's not that fast. So he's not that quick on the trigger. He's not explosive. Toward the bigger guys, is opposite of Canelo. And this is the real thing that I wanted to say because I had a little bit of time to think about it. But just listen to what I'm saying and don't try to say if it made sense or not. With the thing that you talked about 15 minutes or 20 minutes earlier, if Canelo can go up to heavyweight, he cannot. You know why? Canelo cannot because it doesn't matter how strong, how good of a chin, and how tough of a motherfucker you are. If you're facing bigger men, I'm not talking about 1 class, 2, 3 classes above you, and you don't throw a lot of punches to begin with, he's going to spend a lot of time shelling up and covering to get his own, to get his get back. And his get back, you're still the smaller man facing a bigger guy, and that's why he cannot.
This is why.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
Let me just add this real quick, right? And I'm gonna use Durden's method because he used it for Bivol, right? And he said he feels that he could beat Bivol. Durden is a big dude. He's like 6'3", maybe like 200 pounds. I don't know, something like that, right? So
yeah, Canelo would probably beat me, but then again, Bivol would probably beat me.
When I look at Canelo Alvarez, right, being like 5'7", 5'8", something like that, about what putting muscles on, he looks like he's maybe 190. I remember when I was like maybe 27, 28, about 215 solid muscles. I can't. I'm talking about a street fight. I'm talking about in a boxing fight. I can't picture a guy like that beating me. I feel like I would have hurt him. I would have had a better chance of hurting him.
But in a boxing match, though, man.
Right, boxing match. Okay, meaning someone trains, right, and you're at the same level. Maybe you're a little bit better. Okay, but what's gonna play into that? Weight, natural weight, and going the distance. So you're putting muscles on a guy who's gonna get slower. And you're saying, okay, let's bring him up to heavyweight. What would be the ideal weight? Is basically what I'm trying to say. What would be the ideal weight for him to go to what? To be 205? If he's 205 pounds in the ring, he's fighting like guys that are 230. Dude, guys over 200 pounds is a known fact. Once you start hitting that 200-pound mark, you hit harder than just about. It's just basically you have the kind of power to knock out anybody, basically.
And reckon, let's say you got power. Let's say Canelo, for the size you are, you're a little bit more powerful than the average man your size. But if you're facing bigger guys, you're gonna have to utilize that power to defend yourself. So when you're gonna hold that guard, you're gonna use energy to block, and it takes a lot of strength.
Well, yeah.
Even though you gotta block and keep. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my own, and I'm skilled. I'm somewhat fast, and I can counter you. But it still takes a lot of energy to fucking hold the other guy off when he's bigger.
And also, look, this is another analogy tapping off of Gonzalo and Recognize. Deontay Wilder was 230 pounds, the heaviest he was when he fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury came in at 273
Yep, 273.
pounds, 40 something pounds heavier. And he's about the same size, 2 inches taller, about the same reach. And this is a heavyweight at career heavyweight, 230. He normally walks around maybe 240, something like that. While Canelo, let's say he's 5'8", he walks around at, I say, walking around without training or anything, maybe 180, maybe 185. Then he got to gain all that extra weight. He's going to be slower. He's going to hit harder. He's going to be slower. And like Gonzalez said, in boxing, when you're in a ring, and I know this for a fact, I've been into multiple rings in boxing, MMA, and Muay Thai. And you're in a certain weight category that you lose the weight to come down to be more mobile, but you also got to worry about how much fluids you put into you to minimize the if somebody hits you in the head and shakes your brain around inside your skull, right? So, okay, let's say if I go higher, but then now I'm gonna lose my speed. I may hit harder, but because I got more weight on me, but I'm gonna lose my
Stamina's
speed.
going to be a little lower.
Yep, stamina's gonna be lower. All that shit is gonna happen. It comes to play.
And just think about the heavier guy. The heavier guy, he's a little wider. He's a skeletal structure. He's a little bigger.
Yep.
If he's a young man in his prime, he's a little bigger. He's a little wider, so he can throw that weight because he's used to being in that weight, and that's what he walks around with. But you're the guy that's facing that guy. You gotta freeze up. You gotta block that dude that can throw that weight, and he's just naturally who he is. He's not having to force his body to do anything differently than he's already accustomed or something that he already knows. No, Canelo's gotta block that big fucker. He's gotta block him. And yes, he's talented. He got skills. Maybe he's got experience to where he can pick his shots. But he's gotta work more. He's gotta work more. He's gotta put his engine on overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roy Jones at the time, and Roy Jones was before he had the Ruiz fight. Was he in his biggest moment? I forget, but he was that type of style who was very athletic. I'm not saying that Canelo is not explosive, but Ruiz, John Ruiz, the Puerto Rican guy, he was tailor made for that fight.
Yep.
Yes, he was tailor made for that fight.
Statue. It was a dog and pony show, man. That was just for show. To get
especially
agree.
Especially when Roy Jones, he had the speed, he had the fast twitch muscles. He didn't lose any of that. But soon as he went down, what happened to him? He got knocked the fuck out.
He got knocked the fuck out, bro. He got knocked out because he lost muscle weight. And, he didn't get knocked out right away. The first fight, he basically just got through, with just muscle memory. He was drained as fuck, bro. I remember watching him going into the ring, and I was like, this dude is drained. That's like the first time I really paid attention to somebody's weight, and it was like he was fucked up. And then the second fight, like he looks like he's more, he's more coordinated going back to 175, but obviously he had lost something, his instinct, right? That instinct how many times we seen people swing that punch at Roy, and Roy's not there to be hit? He's just not there for you to hit him.
Yeah,
and it's not like Tarver caught him with something special. He just let his hands go, boom, and knocked him out.
He just stood there. Like I felt like he was trying to test his chin, but like he really wasn't. He really didn't have that really ring IQ out there. He just relied on his in the prime. But yeah, I also wanted to bring,
yeah.
Go ahead. No. I wanted to bring up like a fight, between like Usyk and Canelo. Like if Usyk doesn't get the big fights at heavyweight and goes back down, could they could Canelo extend the offer? Like he feels a little like taking a risk at cruiserweight. How would that work out?
Hey, gentlemen, real quick.
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna step away for 5 minutes, but go ahead, guys. You guys could take over.
I was gonna say, and this is just a little off the wall because I'm just trying to give an example, but it's actually pretty accurate. Think of Teofimo Lopez. He lifts weights. He's at 35. He's a big 35 pounder. What's his style? Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Now you have a bigger guy catching and shooting from a smaller guy in Lomachenko. Yes. Now think of Canelo. He's a strong guy. I'm not taking anything away. He's strong, stronger than average. But if you want him to catch and shoot against a bigger guy, guess why Teofimo Lopez can get away with it? Because he can catch when the force is coming and is touching his gloves. He can deal with that because he's stronger than the opponent because he's bigger. Canelo's strong, but he's not necessarily bigger. So for him to get his shots off, that's kind of like, that's where it kind of comes into play, where it kind of becomes level and it's tilting more to the side from the guy that's 2 divisions above. Because the guy that's 2 divisions above, he can walk around that weight and he can throw his body mass very easily, like David Benavidez. That's why Benavidez is fast at 68, because he's young, he's not old, but he can carry the weight where he rehydrates and he throws combinations and he got that weight behind it. And Canelo he's hitting this limit not by 1, by 2 divisions. That's too much of a gap.
Yeah.
Great analogy.
Well, I didn't do the greatest job of explaining. I don't think I always can do that, but I'm just thinking what is going through my head. And I know my voice is annoying, but I just had to share that.
Hell no, man. You just showing you got compassion.
But no, by the way, I mean, this is this is basically like a round, like people share. No one guy wants to come on the show and say, oh, like this, because then everybody else is going to be like, fuck you, we all got to share. But I just needed to say that.
I love your compassion, Gonzalo.
Yeah, you always got something informative to say, man. Like that's what I always appreciated about you, man. And you were very energetic, and it's like it wakes people up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As my energy and my voice is kind of annoying because I gone back to listen to I cannot listen to myself. I'm fucking annoying. But one thing that I do gotta say, if I have to contribute, never mind the energy. It's just because I had to say something that I believe to be true. And like I said, maybe what I say can hold water, but not everybody likes it because everybody wants to share what they gotta say. But I'm just sharing my perspective.
Okay, now I still want to hear everybody, y'all's opinion on that fight, Usyk versus Canelo. Who would win?
Who?
Usyk versus Canelo. Who would win?
Usyk would destroy him.
Usyk will, right now at 32 years of age, 33, Usyk will destroy him.
Yeah. Why is that even a...
Like, just for, like, coming back down, like, if he doesn't get the fights at heavyweight, Usyk, he could always come back down.
Daniel Dubois beats him, Joe Joyce.
I will say like this. If Usyk was to come back down to what is it, cruiserweight?
Yeah.
That's about what, 190 something in the 90s. I don't know the So if he comes down, he's going to be more agile because he had to train himself for 2 years to get to the weight that he's at.
Yeah.
When he first fought, what was that guy? Hunter? No, was it Hunter or who?
Michael Hunter?
Yeah, I think it was Michael Hunter. It was his first fight at heavyweight.
Nah,
or was it Chas Witherspoon?
Oh yeah, Witherspoon.
Yeah, Witherspoon.
Chas Witherspoon.
Yeah. There you go. So he had to train himself to get up to the weight to be able to maintain his speed and maintain with the 15, 20 pounds that he weighed in, or maybe 20, anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds. So he trained himself to be able to still have the stamina that he had, which that's not a bad jump from cruiserweight to, up to heavyweight for a person that already is at what, 6'2", 6'3", already carries the weight on his off session, so it shouldn't affect him as much. But for him to come down, this is how I see it. He comes down, his speed will still be there. He will have more pop in his punches because of the timing, the accuracy of his style. And yeah, I don't see Canelo don't have the footwork as Usyk do. And yeah, Canelo is a plotter and all that. He started taking.
Which is my point.
Eyes, I think
He's overrated.
Well, I see that he's taking. I started seeing that Canelo started using the plotting method after he fought Triple G two times. So he used the technique that Triple G does to close the gaps on people now. He cuts them off. You know what I mean? But not using footwork because his knees are fucked up. And he's using more step in, trap him, and set him up for the trap.
Exactly.
You know, he can't fuck with Usyk. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he
It's
can.
because Usyk, he got fast legs when he's on the attack. He changes the angle. He's very mobile, and that's not to say that. Obviously, if he decided to get on the back foot, that would have even benefited him more because he's 6'3" against that guy that's 5'9". So, but not saying that he can change his style and be effective, but obviously against a shorter man, if you needed to adapt, get on the back foot. Probably the judges won't have it to where it goes your way. But when we're talking about him Usyk getting beat down because Canelo's gonna cut the distance and he's gonna get to Usyk, that's almost impossible. Usyk is mobile and he's got good legs, but remember, he's always coming forward. So he's beating guys to the punch when he wants to make it into a fight. Against Canelo, a guy that pops shots, if Canelo decides to pop shot, well, Usyk can decide maybe I get on the back foot, then I come in and out. It might not fare against it in the scorecard, but nonetheless, it's still, you cannot say that Canelo, if a judge with two eyes is watching the fight, even if Usyk decided to get on the back foot and pick his shots, when he decides to come in, that they're going to give it to Canelo because Canelo all of a sudden landed a great shot that, you didn't have the judge lean his way. I don't see it happening. It's inconceivable to me.
Yeah.
It depends on the location, but I just threw it out there, because I'm fucking high as shit. But yeah, I mean, from LG Boogie, you're saying it's like, that's just pretty much his bread and butter, is closing in on people and not letting them, extend their arms, just look at the Rocky Fielding fight. But there has to be a particular style, and I don't think he faces enough punchers. So I would love him to fight, Benavidez, or Zurdo, if he goes up to 175,
See,
but
I don't.
it's not happening.
I don't. It's not that I don't like Canelo. I like Canelo. He's a good fighter, but it's not something to me like, you know what I mean? Like he's not a Tyson. He's not a Pacquiao. He's not a Marquez. He's not a Julio Cesar Chavez. Like Chavez didn't have that footwork or anything. He was a plotter. And his style was that he goes in to destroy you. And most of the fighters that I'm talking about, they always fought people that they wasn't meant to fight, that the promoters didn't want them to fight because it could be a disadvantage to them. And they, yeah, Canelo's making the money and all that. I understand that he's the face of boxing because he took over Mayweather and stuff. But in reality, if let's say Benavidez was to fight him and he really took it seriously, I think he has the ability to keep Canelo at distance, in mid-range, and at distance. When he goes to come in close, Benavidez could pop shot and step out because he's fast enough to do that. But is he going to do that? I don't know. He never showed the intentions of really performing to the level that he could perform And yeah, that to me that will be like, I'd rather Canelo, if he really want to test himself, fight Beterbiev or Bivol, if he really want to test himself. Or even though I don't think highly of Charlo, Jamal, but he may have something if he, because I know he might freeze if Canelo hits him in the gut, because he has a problem by freezing when somebody like when what's his name shit what's the guy that fought him and he won, that gave Triple G a hard time,
Devrichenko.
Yeah,
Devrichenko. No, Devrichenko hit him with a good body shot. That hell yeah, he had him freezing right around the 8th round.
He froze, right? Remember, he froze.
But not only that, he's not. Charlo is not going in there recklessly. He's a safety first fighter where he is. Credit to him, he's accurate on the counter, where he can clip you. He got good power, so he's not going to risk a whole lot, and there'll be two counter punches facing each other, and he's a little longer than Canelo, so he's going to be like tit for tat. How can I catch you while I'm trying to avoid you catching me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Canelo will win that.
Well, one thing that Canelo
every time,
doing, he's strong enough.
He's too famous.
Yeah, that's
I get what you're saying, Durden. I get what you're saying about the famous, because yes, being the A side and being the face of boxing like that, you're gonna have advantages. That's why he don't fight nowhere else but Las Vegas or Houston. He's not. In order for Usyk to lure his ass in, if Usyk wins a belt at heavyweight when all the belts are split, if Usyk wins a heavyweight belt and then he comes back down to cruiserweight before he turns age 34, before he start going on the downward spiral of age-wise, and if Canelo steps in that ring with him at cruiserweight, man, he gonna get destroyed, bro. I'm sorry.
Now they got that
You really believe that?
weight.
You really believe that, man?
I don't think it matters how old Usyk is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
is-
Like I'm telling you right now, dude. Like I'm gonna put it right here. Canelo will never lose again in fucking the rest of his fucking
I
boxing
know what
career.
you're saying, Durden. I know what you're saying, but if he keeps having these kind of fights, it's going to be hard to beat him. But if he does step up the competition, because this is something that Jay Perez said in the chat, and I've been saying this for a long time. I can't find his comment right now, but the reason Canelo's winning these fights, it's because he's stronger than these guys. Once somebody could equal him in strength, like a Triple G, and when it comes down to boxing styles and you know, technique and shit like that, that's when you have a chance to beat him. Okay, you have a better chance to winning that fight. Once they get through, okay, you know, all right, you're a strong guy, but that's not going to affect me the way I box. It's going to be a different ballgame, and that's where. You know, I really don't have to, you know, I don't say, well, Canelo needs to keep fighting at 175, right? Even though he put himself in that situation when he fought Kovalev and he beat him. But I look at the situation of how he beat Kovalev, right? And, like, I do agree that the fight looks suspicious, but if you just want to talk about it boxing styles-wise, you know, Kovalev looked like he was afraid to let go of his harder punches. I don't know if that was in his mind, but it just looked that way. He wasn't interested in letting off big shots to keep Canelo honest. So therefore, you know, Canelo was just sizing him up basically until he knocked him out. And so when once somebody takes that away from him, that he has this unbelievable strength advantage over these guys, he will lose a fight. Now, the question would be, will he ever put himself in that situation to fight guys?
Yes, and that would he ever put himself in that situation? I gotta say also another advantage that Canelo has, although he's a very good fighter, he got Eddie Reynoso. And what I gotta say about Eddie Reynoso, he's like family. When Mayweather had his family, they understand. They can see film and know you can beat this guy. Eddie Reynoso, that's Mayweather, but Eddie
Gonzalo's
Reynoso
talking
understands.
facts right now, man.
Eddie Reynoso understands what Canelo can and cannot do. That he's not gonna put him in there to lose. But if he thinks that he can win, that's a good coach because he's like family.
Yeah.
No, those are facts right there, Gonzalo.
It's
Facts,
just
dude.
I'll tell you, like, from what Recognize was saying about he's gonna find somebody with power. Okay, right now he's at the 168. The only one that I see that has the power, but he's not ready, is Berlanga.
Yeah, Berlanga. Look,
Nah,
Berlanga,
but Ryan Garcia is Reynoso's next fucking prodigy. And Canelo's gonna. I'm telling you, Canelo's gonna fucking fight some big boys before he retires, and Ryan Garcia is gonna clean up the middleweight division and clean up.
Dirty. One more thing. The thing about Eddie Reynoso understanding kind of like how Mayweather did, and it was kind of like a gimmick. It's not because they understand so much that we're all about winning. No, they understand who they can lose against, and they'll pit that guy against Canelo, fooling the fans because the fans don't know as much as Reynoso knows in his heart about Canelo. But Reynoso knows about Canelo more than we do. So the public will think, but that's not discrediting Canelo because he's a very good fighter. But that's the advantage that having a good trainer gives you in the circumstance, in the case of Canelo. And Ryan
Garcia.
That's a little different.
No, Ryan Garcia is going to be the fucking man of boxing too.
But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's like matchmakers. When you have good matchmakers, nowadays they can do that for you.
No, I'm telling you, Canelo's the man, but Ryan Garcia's going to be even bigger than fucking Canelo.
Dirty.
You got to have really good matchmakers.
I'm gonna remind you how this is how Canelo and Ryan Garcia, and this is what's bad about boxing. It was in a famous movie that Mickey said to Rocky. He said, "Those guys was bums. We set up the fights for you, Rock. This guy is gonna kill you."
How about the Apollo Curry and his trainer? He's all wrong for you, baby. He's all wrong.
What does that got to do with Ryan Garcia and Canelo Alvarez, man?
You don't get it? Okay.
By the way, did you say
Ryan Garcia is a real deal. Ryan Garcia is never going to lose, bro.
Hold on, listen. Remember, Rocky was always at the pinnacle of his career, and he was winning all his fights because they were setup fights. Mickey told him. Because who's going to know? Like Gonzalo said, Reynoso knows his fighter. He's not going to put him in a fight that he knows that if he knows that guy is too dangerous for him, he ain't gonna put him in that fight. So that's what's killing boxing.
Yeah, but then you get exposed, bro, by people like us.
Yeah, but that's what's killing boxing.
No, I mean we're here to save it, but like what? I mean we've been there tooth and nail. What is fake about Canelo?
No, Dirty, he's riding a fine line. He's really good. My concern is boxing hardcore is a gas tank against bigger men. Like I said, he would have to spend too much energy blocking to throw with power, and the other guy's more relaxed because he's naturally bigger. That he can block and concentrate more of his energy to punching instead of. I'm not saying Canelo's tough. He's got a good chin. That's why he can deal with these bigger weights, and he's got good punching power to the body. Canelo's the real deal, and that's why I'm impressed because before he wasn't, but now he kind of is. Was he one step away from becoming an all-time great? I cannot answer for this. I cannot say no to you. I'm interested. I'm really interested. That's why there's a lot of controversy surrounding Canelo. You make good points, man.
I just don't see the guy losing. I'm gonna call it right now. I just don't. Canelo's never going to lose a fight.
He will.
In the rest of his career.
Once the promoters and everybody say, okay, we're done with him, let's put in Ryan in his place, he's going to lose.
He has more money than the promoters, I think, at this point.
Fuck
Am I wrong, Gonzalo? Like, he might have more clout than the promoters do. He has more fan base than the promoters do.
Well, he's got a lot of haters, too.
Canelo's an international superstar.
He's got a lot of haters, but all of a sudden he sold 20 20,000 seats in one day. Now I think it's like fully sold or close to that.
Oh, yeah.
Really weird stuff going on with Canelo.
He doesn't even need De La Hoya anymore, right?
Well,
He's more exciting than Mayweather. I gotta say that.
Look at this. Look at this. When Mayweather was on the top of his game, he left one promoter, went to the other promoter. Now he learned from the promoter, which was Bob Arum, that showed him the ropes. And now he's like, oh, I'm taking that blueprint and I'm going to twist it and I'm going to make my own promoter. Okay. Well, see, like Canelo's trying to get, after he fought the Triple G the first time, he started his Canelo brand. Get it? And now he's trying to make the money from there. He's trying to make the money from promotions or what do you call it? Double promotions from, you know, whoever he's representing, the Zone or Matt, whatever organization that's beside him that promoted him the first one. And then now he's doing it on his own. But even though he can retire, he's not going to retire like a Mayweather that pulled all the strings to himself, because they got other prospects out there like Ryan Garcia that, like you just mentioned, that he's going to be the next one.
You know, but he talks a lot. Ryan Garcia, he's a little fucking a little faggot boy. Not that I'm concerned.
No, he's the real deal.
Let me say something. Not that I'm too concerned. Not that I'm too concerned about that tattoos that he got in the places that he got them, because I'm not homosexual. But I thought that he was a clean type of dude like Oscar De La Hoya, to where if I'm gonna have a child and you want to have a poster boy, that they're gonna be like the image that I want my child to follow. He's not the guy no more.
Ryan Garcia?
No, fuck that. He talks a lot of shit. But one guy that I'm fucking really hating right now is Teofimo fucking Lopez's ass.
Yeah, me too.
Teofimo Lopez.
I used to be a fan, but now,
but he's not
Mexican,
man.
Well, but
that doesn't matter.
What is it that turns you off about Teofimo?
He's bitching about how much money he's making when he's fighting a nobody. If he was fighting someone good, then he could claim to have more, want more money. But
He wants a lot of money because he beat Lomachenko.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
And that just goes to show that not even you might not have the brightest personality, but you get enough motherfuckers hating you, you will fucking watch. Fuck Teofimo and his father.
Yeah, I think
maybe no one wants him to make money.
I think it's the father in the case of Teofimo that's pushing that narrative, and I don't know what it is. Maybe he's wishing that he was that in the position, but he's using vicariously his son as the moneymaker of the situation and taking advantage of it. But I have no idea. I'm not with them. I'm just pointing out the obvious of what I see. And it will be a discredit to everyone if I don't speak the truth about it. You know what I mean?
Did you guys see what Teofimo said today?
What did he say?
His senior said him leaving Top Rank is like Muhammad Ali not going to Vietnam.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, this dude is so fucking corny, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but it's just because that motherfucker's trying to tilt the sport on his head, man. That motherfucker, dude.
I don't get it, because first of all, when Muhammad Ali did it, he did it because of religious purposes and other things. And he chose his rights to do that. What the fuck was
They're doing it for an extra million.
That's ugh.
That's what I say. Like, I'm a Mexican, but typical Salvadorian. He's not. He's Honduran. But I wouldn't expect nothing like worse than somebody that to do that. The father. Oh yeah, now fucking we're the fucking A side. We're gonna fucking show everybody, especially in the COVID, man. The things that are saying. Did we know he was gonna say this? He did. Now he grabbed the baton by beating the pound per pound number one and Lomachenko. And he said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna face the best guys, and I'm gonna do something that nobody has done
excited
before."
when he said that.
But yeah, he changed. Now it's sounds a little different. No, it sounds a little different.
You know, I look at it. Canelo is a good fighter. Teofimo is a good fighter, but it's just like the A side advantage when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo. What he had to do to him, he drained the shit out of him. He was fucking emaciated in a fucking chair. He couldn't even stand up to go fucking weigh himself.
And
You
you
know what
see,
I'm
and you see how, and you see like a. I'm glad you brought that up, OG Boogie, because even though it was Canelo at what 22, 23 years old.
Yeah, he was
He
23.
was still a strength fighter. He's a guy who beats you with his sharpness. You know, he's strong. You know, all that stuff combined. He got fast hands. You see, when you took that away from him, he was easy to pick off. Right, he was easy to outbox. Even at times, you could see him getting stung by some of Floyd's sharp punches. He was getting stung. So I'm like, okay, look at Canelo back then versus Canelo now. His head doesn't even move that way no more. Like when guys touch his head, it kind of like it doesn't like fucking bobble like before. Like
That's
at
an
least in that
excellent
fight.
point, man. And
Yeah.
you know why?
So you
That's an
see,
excellent point because right before you said that, I was gonna say credit to the guys that don't punch that hard, but they get throw sharp punches. Yeah, but
right
now it's a different story. He's facing
now
bigger
you could
punches.
Mayweather will
Yeah,
break his hand punching
Yeah.
fucking
yeah.
Canelo. I think.
That's
Dude,
weird. That's because I read that before you said it. He's a
it
sharp
was just
puncher, but now he's facing bigger punchers.
it
Yeah.
was just like remember when Mayweather drained Corrales and he brought him down. He
Yeah.
just finished fighting at two higher weights, and he drained him down and gave him a stipulation: get this thing done right now, right now. And next thing you know, ever since Corrales lost that fight, and he was wanting to fight a rematch, why Mayweather never gave him a rematch? The only ones he gave a rematch was Corrales,
Morales or Corrales?
Jose
Diego
Corrales.
Morales.
Luis
And
Castillo and Maidana.
why did he give him the rematch? Because he
Castillo.
knew.
Castillo.
Castillo.
Yeah,
He gave
Castillo
Castillo.
Castillo, Jose
Maidana.
Castillo. Yes, thank you. Why did he
Maidana.
give him the rematch? Because he knew he was an age fighter already. Because after he lost the belt when he should have won, Corrales should have won that fucking fight on the first one. He came back because he knew he's an age fighter, and he said, "Okay, I already know I can use my speed over him." And then boom, get this fight going. Okay, he used it because he was aged and he was slowed down, and Mayweather was on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Diego
then
Corrales, by the way, he was half black, half Mexican. Oye,
yeah,
Chico.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Chico was yeah, exactly. I think
half
his
black, half
Nah, but like
Mexican.
you gotta get a point though. It was paving the way for Mayweather's fucking career, like it is gonna be for
Yeah.
Canelo. That's what I'm saying. Canelo's career is protected by the boxing industry. Like he's the biggest name in the world of boxing. They're not gonna let him lose.
and I agree with that, but look, sometimes shit could happen because I really do believe that Deontay Wilder, that was just a fuck up on not a fuck up. It was like, okay, I think that Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury rematch, you can go to the first fight even. I think that was a bit of a cherry pick. They were just gambling. Like, okay, Tyson Fury is not the same guy as before. If we can, we can probably beat this guy. And second
But
fight, go ahead. Go ahead,
no,
Al.
but reckon I don't know if that's what you were leading up to. But we were. I've been on the BDA, and you have within these last 2 3 years. I don't know how long has it been with that fight. I
Excuse
think
me.
within the last year and a half. But before that, Deontay Wilder, he was not the household name. Remember when Tyson Fury was in New York
No, I
and he told
agree.
him,
I
"You
agree.
guys
He
know
wasn't.
who."
He wasn't. He
Now,
wasn't.
but that's the anomaly, and I'm just a little puzzle. But he's gaining a lot of clout, even in defeat. That all of a sudden, Deontay Walters is everybody's fucking tip of
Yeah.
their tongue, and then everybody's his mouth. Why is he that popular? Is that what you were leading up to?
No. Yeah,
The face of boxing, Deontay
no,
Wilder, can
no.
he be?
Deontay, I think that they. I think at least
Nah, man.
in this
No,
side of the
nobody I
pond.
know is talking about him.
I think in
But
this side of the
because
pond.
he's a heavyweight, he might get propelled to that top position. But before
Gonzalo, I
the
think they
Fury
wanted
fight, he was
American.
not
I think they wanted a
American.
American heavyweight, right? But then Tyson
Yeah.
Fury came
Okay.
back
Yes.
on the. So Tyson Fury came back on the scene, And so it was like, we don't know what Tyson Fury is coming back. So it's like, let's take this fight. Let's take this fight, see what happens. It's a gamble, right? It's basically a gamble when you look at Deontay Wilder's career, right? So you see a pattern of not fighting guys like that. But then he fights him, first fight, he gets totally outboxed and almost knocks him out. So the plan almost worked. It actually almost fucking worked out.
Almost.
Then the second fight comes along. They're like, okay, this is the biggest money fight. Was it a situation for Al Heyman and the PBC? Was it a situation where they were like, look, the first fight, we really lost that fight, but you did almost knock him out. Were they taking a gamble with this A-side fighter, this A-side type of guy, because he's an American heavyweight and he can draw a big crowd just on that alone, or
well, you're right about something. You're right about something, though. Recognize, and I haven't thought about it. Just being a heavyweight champion, those are American. Those American heavyweight champion. Those are big shoes to fill, and they hadn't been filled ever since the '90s because Klitschko took over. So having that to covet that position, that was okay. Wilder, he was crude.
So my question
not
is,
a good boxer.
my question is,
yes.
Did they take a gamble? Or was this a fucking cherry pick gone wrong? That's the question for you guys.
Well, it's both. They took a gamble and it was a cherry pick gone wrong.
Yeah, both.
Both.
Yeah, both, right? It was both. Yeah.
What was?
Are you talking about the first fight or the second one?
I mean,
the first.
The first, and then I guess you could say this going into the second fight too.
Yeah, more extenuatingly more in the first one because of the condition that Fury came coming off retirement.
Yeah, and he fought too like.
Well, the second fight was more like a statement.
Yeah, there were like tuna fights that weren't even that challenging, but yeah, I thought it was more of a gamble, like in the first one, because they were not because like. They basically just threw away the bigger money fight, which was AJ. So that was the gamble,
Yeah.
And it made it
and
worse.
And then the
AJ
second fight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rochelle. Go ahead. Don't mind me.
Dude, it's like to me, the money was right there, and he basically threw that out the window, and this idiot, chose basically a boxer that basically had longer reach than him, and also just made him look fucking stupid. AJ is like more like flat-footed, but he could have took a swings at that guy, but there's so much you can learn in a few years. But this guy, is it's an outlier. Like he chose not to learn shit, whatever's next.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck.
And the statement, risking the gamble, but the statement more on the part of Fury, because he said it, he predicted, I'm going to go in there and try to knock this dude out in the second round. Because coming in at 270, not only allowing the puncher to give him 12 rounds in totality to try to rip your head off, or you're going to remain there, let me see what Wilder going to do. No, he's trying to line you up. Fury pressed forward. He came in at 270, closed the distance, and decided, what, I'm gonna fucking close it, and I'm gonna fucking try to knock this dude out, and he did. So the blueprint is out. We're talking about Joshua. Joshua's more calculated, punches hard with two hands. So does Whyte. Recognize says that he favors Wilder. No, if you're Whyte and you come in there and you don't give this guy the distance and you press Deontay Wilder, man, dude. Dillian Whyte can knock his ass out, man. Because Wilder, the longer man, he got to line his shot up.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But the one thing that I give Wilder, reason I still give Wilder a chance, if you look at Dillian Whyte, somebody on the panel, I forgot who was said this. I think it was Virtuoso. These guys are flat-footed fighters. I think the reason why Fury was able to give him problems was because he's not there to be like cleanly hit. He did hit him with a couple of clean shots in the two fights combined. Obviously, he dropped him and he almost knocked him out in the last round. But he's more of a harder target. And the reason I give him a chance against, even though I agree, Dillian Whyte could do the necessary shit to win in the fight, close the distance, get up in his chest. He's not really a good inside fighter, but he doesn't really have head movement. I don't see no head movement.
Here's the thing. I think it's like how do I say this? It's an illusion. Like, just because he's a shorter guy, it doesn't mean that he's gonna be a better inside fighter. He does have like almost the same reach as Deontay Wilder. He does have like orangutan arms for a short guy.
Yes, good point, Virtual. Also, good, very good point.
So he has to fight from long to mid range, and I kind of favor Wilder on that one because he got the faster hands.
Yeah, that's why I give him the chance. I give him the faster hands. Who's gonna get
the body snatch? He got the body snatcher can create a lot of because he got a wide back. He can I said many people think I'm stupid, but remember the Karate Kid 2 movie where he got the little drum and he's fucking rolling it from side to side. And there's that action with the little drum is swinging the fucking the little strings and the fucking is hitting the drum.
Karate Kid 3.
That Karate Kid 2 or 3 with that little drum act. Whyte is wide and he throws hooks with both hands. He's like Goro from fucking Mortal Kombat. Ba, 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 side to side. He bruised up Povetkin. Did you see how his on the right side on the not the liver, but the kidney side was really bruised up?
Yeah,
he got marked up. The body snatcher, he hurt him. But one thing that I have to say, but before I got excited, he gets a little wild too. And somebody made a comment about that, and I noticed even before the fucking announcers, not because they're fucking geniuses. Whyte gets fucking wild, and that's why I favored Povetkin. Although I got the prediction wrong, I'll be the first one to admit it. It's not about me, and I'm always right. But I thought that Povetkin would catch him again because Whyte gets wide and wild when he goes for the kill. Now Wilder is renowned to be not fundamentally sound, and he gets very wild, especially because he got the long legs like a crane. That it takes a little bit of extra, getting your legs under you and align your punch. Because we falter Wilder that he cannot line up his shots, but when you're 6'7", Emmanuel Stewart says it takes a little bit more to get your fucking to be able to have your balance, and it's true. But nonetheless, you get no passes. Wilder is wild and Whyte is wild. He's 6'4", and when Wilder closes the distance on the inside, even though he got the long arm, but that's a different subject when it comes to punching. But he might have the advantage on the inside that when the two guys are getting wild, I don't care if Deontay Wilder don't move his head or Whyte doesn't move his head. When you're fucking wild, if you move your head, you just might get caught because you might put your head in the position to get hit by a wild shot. Because when you're missing, but you're aiming and you're keeping your head in position, you're aiming to hit a motherfucker. When you're throwing wildly, you're most likely going to miss when you're in position to get punched because you don't know how to aim. That's all I want to say.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I got a gun, and you're moving your head. And a moving target is harder to hit when you're fucking moving than a stationary target. Yeah, these two guys are wild. It'll be like a cat fight, not like fucking a meow, not like a cat fight.
Hey.
But the meme sounds ridiculous, but it's true. You see two cats fighting. These are big felines. They're powerful cats. But like a cat fight, they're throwing wild punches.
Gonzalo is like sniper on the range. Go center mass. Never go for the head target.
Hit the chest, baby. And Whyte, he can fucking swing with both hands. And that guy, he got a fucking narrow torso. I'm not saying he got a weak torso, but he got a narrow torso in Wilder. But Wilder got the bomb, dude. Was that sold to the media? Is the bomb really the bomb? Because Molina got knocked out by fucking what's that one guy from the UK?
Oh, that Willard, something like that. Wildly.
Yes.
That guy looks terrible, personally.
Floppy.
Yeah. Hey, what do you got? Did you guys see this? You see this comment?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he had knocked him down too.
Yeah, I did too. But they called it a slip.
Yeah.
when he got up, I reviewed it like a couple of times, and I was like, "Yo, he knocked him down."
He knocked him down. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like, "Oh shit, the ref missed that shit." And I
Yeah.
saw it the first time, and I said, "Yo, that's a knockdown." I said, "No, but let me rewind this shit a couple of times." I was like, "This motherfucker got knocked down." They didn't even call it.
Oh, God. Fast Eddie. Oh, man. Yo, I gotta get out of here. Fucking battery's dead, man. It's almost dead.
I'm about to end this in about 5 minutes. That's true, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys.
Lobito.
Hey,
What's
any
his
guy,
name?
any guy named Fabio, I don't trust him as a boxer. Fabio.
Yeah.
Fabio.
Let me explain something to you. If my mother would have made the mistake and named me Fabio, you guys would never know that's my name.
I would have said my name is Frederico.
Yeah, I would have changed it. It would have been Freddie.
Yeah. Yeah, but peace to y'all, man.
Peace,
I'm out of here,
Virtuoso.
man.
Peace.
Peace, bro. Peace out, bro.
Gentlemen, you guys, thank you for jumping on, man. It was a pleasure talking boxing for like, what is it? Damn, almost 4 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Time flies.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Remember when you guys were talking about Danny Trejo earlier?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, he supports the LGBT, right?
Damn. I mean,
Yeah, he was in a show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he was like a homophobic father. And then his daughter didn't want to tell him she was like bi.
Who's
and
this?
then at the end, Danny Trejo.
Danny
And then
Trejo.
at the end of the episode, he hugged her and embraced her. Like, that shit pissed
it's
me
just,
off
you know
because
what it
I
is?
always respected him, man.
Listen, when it comes to your children, man, those are your kids, man. Now, whether or not you
but
approve of it,
that happened in a TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'm sorry, man. My bad.
Yeah.
I got confused. I got you. Okay.
All I gotta say, he's an actor. That's what he get paid for.
Nah, I
If he
can't
want to make,
respect that.
he wants to make the money. He got to do bullshit. That's what
That
most
was one
of
episode of one show. He's rich enough.
Yeah, but you know how if you're rich, you want to get richer, and they rather put their pockets than their,
That's the thing, though. He's pretty damn rich already.
He's made good money, right? Because he's been out for
Yeah.
Danny Trejo's been out for, man. I mean,
He's
think about
rich as
American
hell.
Me. He was even before he was in other movies before that. So yeah, he's made a good living.
Machete, Spy Kids. Like, he's in a lot of shit.
That's just like look at the richest actors. You wouldn't believe who it is.
Who?
Yeah.
Take a guess.
The elf guy from Lord of the Rings, right? Bilbo Baggins.
No, the richest actor that took B roles and A roles, and now he's like super duper rich. He was in the Guinness Book of World Record as the richest fucking actor. Samuel L. Jackson.
Damn. Samuel L. Jackson made a lot of fucking money. Good for him. I thought Tom Cruise might have been that.
I was thinking, Larry David.
Yeah. That's another one. He's like a producer, executive producer, actor.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Peace out, man.
Peace, man.
Have a good night.
Peace.
God bless.
God bless everyone.
God bless.